Nigga, what? This shit so fucking hard, nigga.
Godmother, take your daddy and your brother, bitch.
Dick and it's like, I'm like, ooh, damn.
Now I'm thinking you won't wash your ass right. You feel me? And you some dirty nigga.
Nigga, you ever put a hot dog in a microwave?
Let me let you bitches know something. Let me get real quick. You know what I mean? Feel me? Listen, let me tell you something.
Mama, listen, I made it.
Honey in the Mosster.
Hey, Mosster Big Boss, man. He already knows Honey in the Mosster podcast. He already know who I got to my right. My dog, my nigga, the homie.
It's not our band, it's not our dawn. Baby John Juice got his Lady Lotus, a.k.a. Innocent, a.k.a. Ice and all that.
Nigga, how you forget your own AKA?
Listen, I'm like very excited about this one.
So you want to just jump in?
Yeah,
you don't even want to. You don't even want to.
Nah, let's just get
lube
straight
the people
to it.
up first. You just want to get straight.
Let's
to it.
get straight to it.
Yes, we have a guest in the building, very special guest. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know when we bring niggas on this show or people on this show that it's because they got some shit to motherfucking say. You feel me? So, but you know, with all further ado, he's a grown ass man. I'm gonna let him introduce yourself. Go ahead, bro.
Obama. Nah.
Yo, I'm beaming. Willie beaming.
Okay.
Steaming.
I'm on that movie.
Ali T. Muhammad, that's who I am. I really don't like introductions, but Young Mecca,
Ooh.
a.k.a. ATM 2 times, a.k.a. Don't Miss Me, a.k.a. I'm out here, I'm a public servant, I'm the people's champion, and I've been waiting for an opportunity like this for my entire life. I'm prepared for this moment. I'm excited. You guys are awesome. Look at y'all. This is like, when I'm in my Obama moment, and you guys are, when I'm retiring from the White House, and you guys are hosting, or doing much more than hosting, coming up and speaking about this moment, you know what I mean? This is what it feels like. This is one of the memories. In the Beehive, shout out to Scott.
Just a fact.
Shout
You know
out
what I'm
Scott, my
saying?
dog. That's my dog.
In Newburgh, New York, changing things, showing people, fuck, things could be different if you do it.
100%.
The right way.
100%. You just gotta
Happy
put
to
your
be
mind
here.
to it. Okay.
His AKA is almost better than mine.
Yo.
He's trying to give me a run for my
I
money.
ain't never met nobody got more AKAs than this one over here. You feel me? Shit, I'm thinking I'm cool with my little one. I got one. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm Gucci. Nah, son came in and killed it. But okay. So, as you said, you are a public figure, you know what I'm saying? A person of the people and things of that nature. So, does that kind of gear into it like politics per se?
I like to say I'm a generational public servant. I'm gonna guide you to where you like to go.
Okay.
It's important. My purpose on life is to help others in their lives.
Okay.
And so, like, what I like to do is connect dots for folks based off of my unique experience of being involved in government as an adult and choosing that life, but seeing my parents lead in their lives as community organizers, as people in. My mother's an educator. My father's an imam. He served some time incarcerated, and he really had to find a balance. My mom was super shy, and she had to find a balance in life. And I got to see them as a youngest son. And so I strive towards that, but I wanted to, hit other areas. And I'm a public servant. I coach football. I give back. I'm a coach.
Ooh, okay.
I help people with their everyday businesses. Based off of my experience, I've learned how to do the things by the books, but also be yourself. The fact that the door is going to be closed, so that way you got to bust it wide open is a term that I've been really trying to push. At the end of the day, you create it. You create the space. And if there's a piece of land right there, vision, have some type of vision. If you don't have vision, find somebody that does. Okay. There's a lot of us that could do work together. So public figure is an interesting term. Okay. I'm not a politician. I'm not a politic. I'm not going to suck the blood and suck the wealth from the people. My father taught me that I'm the people's champ. I really do believe that.
No, I mean, it's good. You got to believe it. I mean, because it's got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe in yourself, then how you expect other people to? You feel me? That's just how I look at it.
What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus. Double Dragon, 1988, 5588.
Pisces gang over here.
I hear that. There's compatibility.
Do you think you're stubborn?
I think that I'm a thorough thinker. I believe that if it doesn't make sense, if it doesn't make sense, it will be difficult for me. I'm very practical. I'm very innovative. I think that I listen. I also think that, if it doesn't make sense, I've learned to listen. How about that? I could have cut you off 5 different times because I'm trying to get it out and I'm still listening, but like you're speaking. And so it's got to be, and I'm not listening to respond. You know, I know what's up, but
Anxious
no.
to speak, yeah.
You're a gentleman if you let somebody finish the story. Of course. Sometimes I let people finish the story 12 different times because at the end of the day, I'm trying to be more patient, right? And we have this time with people. And so, yeah, no. No, I don't like to think I'm stubborn, but I would tell you a million people that might think I'm stubborn.
Okay. No, because he's a Taurus. And he's probably the first Taurus that I know, and our only Taurus that I know. Definitely stubborn. Damn sure don't listen. So maybe it'll take some time to get there. I don't know.
It's something. Like I said, every non-platonic relationship of mine, every intimate relation of mine, I would say people think I'm stubborn. I'm set in my ways to a certain extent. I have great conviction. I'm also in politics, so I know how to spin things.
Oh, of course. Understandable. So around like what age did you know you was the people's champ? So like what age you figure, you know what, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to gear my life towards.
How old am I today?
80, you say you're born in 88, so that's what 3 years older than me, so 33?
33 in May.
Okay.
I saw my parents doing this work, and one day something hit me, and I was like, okay, I don't want to just teach kids English. And I don't want to, not thinking about it as a teacher, but teach kids that specific thing. I don't want to just be an imam to Muslims. So I was like, I want a greater constituency. There's a book that I used to read called The Kid Who Ran for President. And it was interesting to me. And I love history, and I loved like Knight's Tale and things that like you could rise above. Like I wasn't in poverty, but I wanted different. I wanted stuff different. And I wanted to be a revolutionary for the people in a different way. Not that I even fully knew what that was, but then again, I was boycotting businesses that were racist when I was 8 years old. My family. You know what I mean? And so it's just like I was kind of geared towards that path, especially because I chose to follow it. And I would say early on, you know, as a kid, 8 to 12, and then, you know, wasn't really thinking about it. And then after college, I came back home and I was like, I could get back into this. For a short period of time, I didn't think I could. And I thought I had lost it. I lost my way a bit. And I came home and I got busy. And so I would say at 21 is when I decided to run again. I sat through the boring fucking meetings, the city council meetings. Somebody said, do you think you could do this? I was like, yeah, I could do this. Like at the end of the day, this is tape. Sports.
Of course.
I'm not an athlete, but I was good at football, and I understand my parents are educators. So you have to understand technique beats talent all the time. And if you're talented and you have technique, shit. But you got to also, you know, technique is one thing, talent is one thing, but are you dedicated and are you going to work?
100%.
And so I did that. And I wanted to help people. And so I got involved at 21. So I would say from like, I guess, as a kid, and I'm sorry I'm belaboring it, but 8 to 12. And then I would say from like 21 to 23 was the toughest time that could have made or break me. You know, you drop that mixtape and no one supports it. Or they support it enough, but it doesn't get to where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? And so what do? Okay. You keep rapping, you keep moving, you keep pushing, or do you just stop? And if you stop, I think Wale or somebody said it, how would you ever know? So
I have, as you're speaking, I have so many other questions, but I don't want to go too far. But so now this is a conversation me and Rich had before. Do you think that if somebody has that technique and that talent, that it'll take them regardless as long as they keep working? Or do you think that, like, you know, if it's not written for you, it won't happen?
If it's not written for you, it won't happen.
Okay, because
that's unfortunate.
That's what I think. I think, listen, the higher power is going to say what it is. So you can work as hard as you want, but if that's not what he wants to happen for you, it's not going to happen. And he says otherwise. He think you can work hard and eventually happen. I don't think so.
If you keep working at it,
depends on what that is, right? And we don't know what that plan is. I just know that he's a lot. I say a lot. God has given us perfection, so that way we can try to achieve it. But the only thing for me to understand, like, why the fucked up shit that happens to people happens, it's not because of God. It's just a part of a fucked up plan. And I say fucked up plan, but that's a part of the fucked up plan. Not everybody is on the beautiful side. Yeah, we're all driving down, and we're not going to think we're going to get in a car accident until we do. It can't be all of our time, you know what I mean? But I do believe in that divinity, that written purpose, and in the choices you make, that we make, that is that free will, allegedly. I just know that I busted my ass in football. I made a couple of different decisions, and I might have whatever, but the fact that I'm not 6'1" and I wasn't faster wasn't going to be in the NFL, no matter how hard I worked. To that point, and to your point, am I going to quit, or am I going to be the best recruit or coach or mentor or semi-pro player? what's his name? Hernandez killed that semi-pro player. And he was respected. And he did a lot of different stuff. I'd love to get semi-pro teams popping up here. One of my ideas is to do Orange County intramurals leagues. You know what I'm trying to get that stuff going. So do you ever quit? So what is that? Because at the end of the day, wanting to be president, but knowing that I could be county executive and change the standards and the protocols around here, I might never become president.
True.
But I will be the first. I'm the youngest. Already, I'm the youngest candidate to ever run for county executive. I'm the first black candidate to run for county executive. I'm the first Muslim candidate to run for county executive in New York State, in Orange County, and goddamn probably most likely in the United States of America. But I don't got to talk about it. I can say that here and feel even more amazing.
Let's talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to put that out to nobody else because I don't got to. Because there got to be more. You know what I mean? And so it's just like, and that's what I can believe. And I think I have a connection to my God's consciousness deeper than others.
Okay.
It takes a lot of work and this discipline. And I think that a third option is you might not know that you're on that path, and you can get on that path. You could be on that path, and you could be led astray.
I got you.
You know what I mean? And I don't think it's for any of us to figure out that fulfillment piece. I don't know though either. That's just scary. That's daunting. I wouldn't be here. I don't sleep enough anyway.
Exactly.
And I couldn't imagine. And it's just like, you don't know, right? Like you just don't know. I've got so many screenplays that I'm working on that I haven't written yet. And I can bring it, you know?
Listen, I'm in the same boat. I write them down though. I definitely write them. I got so many movie, TV shows. It's coming.
You get there. And I got the notebooks. Step closer. I've been working on it. I've been reading the books.
Exactly.
You know what I'm trying to say? And then it's just going to flow that one time. If I was to die right now, leaving here, that would never happen. But then again, I just finally let it out a little bit. And I have enough for people to track down if they really wanted to. Do you do the work? Do you do the work? Like writing every day. Do you do the work? Like the push-ups for your body or eating healthy? I'm so on point in so many other areas of my life, and then there's certain points that I'm not, but I know better. You knew better, you do better. Okay. And if you don't, 100%. I broke my legs before. If I don't do physical therapy and do the things I'm going to do, by 40, I'll be walking poorly.
That's a fact.
Which is not conducive to my lifestyle, which means I might not achieve that goal. No matter how talented and everything else I got, it's wild, man. It's a lot.
It's a chain effect. You know, everything affects everything. Okay, so would you say like, you know, I hear you talk about your parents a lot. So do you say those are the ones that kind of influenced you to kind of get into you know, lifestyle that you choose?
100%. I learned from a lot of other people's mistakes. I try to learn from mine. But I do see what other people do and don't want to go that route. And for them, they're probably the first. They're definitely the first, but purest forms from what I see and saw. You know what I mean? And as you get older, you learn other things, I guess. But
that's a fact.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then as I've gotten older, the mistakes of others, and as I've matured, my own accountability.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you said from the age of 8 to 12, right?
Yeah.
So what happened from that 13 to 20?
I was drinking a lot.
Okay.
And I was feeling myself, and I was exploring, and my parents used to say building character. To walk, you build character. Walking builds character. So I would always have to walk to my social events. And it is what it is. I think more about it now and how it really did help define me. But at the time, I didn't like it. I walked to hang out with my friends in snowstorms. You know what I mean? Like different things like that. It was just tough, but they worked all the time in the community, 9 to 5s, and then they was at the mosque or they were at the school. My mom started a club called Leaders by Choice. Before that, in Newburgh, they had the Sister Claire Muhammad School.
Are you from Newburgh?
I was born in Middletown, lived in Newburgh for a bit, and then I was raised in Beacon. But the mosque that my father built, the Islamic Learning Center of Orange County, is on Washington Terrace. And so back and forth in Newburgh all the time. And I was young enough, or one of the younger ones, so I had to go with them. You know what I mean? And so it was just like, I was out there and I listened and I learned, and that was a unique experience, which I didn't know then. So I don't know. I just feel like living in Neverland basically, and then coming back to Jurassic Park, there's this, and I say that respectfully, it's very real here. And a lot hasn't changed. You know what I mean? And I want more to change here. There's this parking lot across the street on Washington Terrace, across from Access. I think it's called Access Living. You know where the mosque is?
No.
Okay. You know where the activity center is?
Which one?
There's a big ass parking lot that's been vacant forever, and trucks go there sometimes. I see a civic center.
In Newburgh?
Point blank is a big ass parking lot that could be a lot. It could be a parking garage. It could be something other than what it is right now, and it's just been that with potholes. It's empty space. I saw my father turn a potato building, a potato factory, into a mosque, into a learning center. You know, I heard stories of my mother being disrespected by school board members when she wanted to start a club because they said they don't want her sharing that Muslim black stuff. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And so it's just like to their students. And so like these are the things that I heard and listened to, and they had to battle. You know, and yeah, fuck. Like, what am I not supposed to live through that? I'm a legacy. I understood what that stuff was, but also being an English teacher and teaching me that, okay, if my brothers are teasing me or whatever, I'll get back to drinking and stuff. I can escape and explore through reading and exploring in that way. And so that was cool. But, I don't know. I started exploring on my own, playing football and sports, and I seen it and I liked it and I wanted to. And I did. And I wouldn't say I was an alcoholic, but then again, it's like you're a kid, and just because you're a kid and you're drinking don't mean you're not an alcoholic. If you binge drinking or drinking a lot or whatever, and so like we drank a lot. And I've got to know myself a lot, but who knows the type of effects that might have affected my brain. You know what I mean?
Trust me, I know. I was in the Army, so that drinking shit tell you a lot about yourself.
Straight up. And so my 21st birthday, I can't go too deep into this, but weeks before my 21st birthday, people are going to replay that moment at some point then in the future. Anyway, we got into a huge brawl with a fraternity. And it was my birthday. We were lit. One of my best friends says we saw some shit going down, and I came out running the house looking like Mike Lowry. I just vest on, bottle of my hand, fucking dress shoes on, and something was happening down the road on Pembroke Street, and statute of limitations, and these frat boys beating somebody up, and somebody hit him in the head with a bottle. This other dude, and it's this grimy, and it's like we didn't know what was happening, but it was wild. And it was like, damn, like this shit is crazy. Yo, you guys are bugging. Go inside, we break it up, whatever. We went back, we saw what was going on. It was like, it was almost like white on white crime, and we were just like, forget it. These white boys are crazy.
Yeah.
We went back inside. We're all having our parties. We're all drunk. We're all of age. Finally, and actually, no, it wasn't technically. It was a couple of weeks before my 21st birthday. Later on that night, I can't tell you the whole story, but long story short, college was wild, and we were doing some debaucherous things. Gotcha. And so you like that one, right? And one of the fraternity guys was confronting me about a young woman that I was fucking, that he used to have sex with, and my girl, I loved her, but we were broken up at the time. We were trying to hang out and stuff, and she came up for my birthday, was there. And so this was just like awkward, and you can't do this right now. And so I was in that moment where I couldn't be discreetful or have any decorum or be diplomatic. And so I had to, he confronted me on this. And I live here. They live across the street. She walked to the back party. Nothing crazy. She's having fun. And she goes, does a thing. I go to get her because I want to make sure she's cool. He confronts me here. She's inside. And so he says what he says. And I say, yes, I've been fucking her. And she chose me. And I'm sorry that happened on your birthday. But it happens. Yeah. He was dumbfounded and went inside. Long story short, took my girlfriend from the party. But when I was leaving the party, somebody came in and said, yo, Ali, they're fighting. And a bunch of my boys from home were fighting this fraternity. And so it was like 20 on 7. And we had to get real busy. And I came outside of their house and I jumped down and we had to defend ourselves. And we defended ourselves very cinematically. Okay. And we did well. And it was an ugly night. People moved out the next night. Somehow I didn't get arrested that night.
Congrats.
Really, it's that divinity. It's the blessings of the angels. Somebody was the dude. This is the story. The dude that was mad about me because having relations. I was entangled with his friend.
You know about that.
Ali Muhammad. It was all Ali Muhammad.
Oh.
That's like not dirty Mac, and that's really like that's not dry snitching. That's like foul.
Terrible.
You know what I'm saying? And so like, and I know this because I heard it, and my friends coming back that weren't there for all this, right? And so anyway, long story short, I had a bloody T-shirt on.
Damn.
No, actually, that's not true. I had taken the shirt off, but I had come out of the house. The cops just busted into our crib. It was wild. It was a wild experience. And my friends got arrested. I didn't get arrested because I changed that T-shirt. Somebody told me to change that T-shirt, and I listened. I'm not stubborn.
All praise to the Most High.
All praise to Allah for sure. Alhamdulillah. Astaghfirullah for those actions. And even with that, being drunk, the cop was talking to my girlfriend, and I was being aggressive towards the police officer. These are my faults, my errors. The next day, the fraternity, a couple people went to the stretcher, got dragged out in the stretchers. It was pretty ugly. I didn't put anybody in those stretchers or nothing. And so it was ugly. But it was also real, and we were defending ourselves. Again, there was 20 on 7. Those are the same boys that was cracking bottles over people's heads.
That's a fact.
People's tins are very different than other people's tins.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And I'm not proud of any of that stuff, and I don't believe it would have happened if I was not drunk. Long story short, my actual birthday, I come home, and I get wasted with my friends back home, and it's all a blur. I leave after a couple hours, nobody's there. I stumble, I fucking rip my brother's jacket. I come home, I'm puking in my parents' bathroom. They're upset. I'm like, I'm not doing this shit no more. And I haven't drank in over 10 years. And I also been violent free for the majority of those 10 years. Congrats. And so it's just like, there's got to be a correlation, you know what I mean?
So, okay. So it's
for
funny.
me.
It's funny that you actually tell that story. You kind of segueing me into my next question, like, you know, because I want to ask this personally. So, do you feel like you're more MLK or more Malcolm X?
I truly believe there's parts of Malcolm X running through my blood.
Okay.
Situational.
Possible.
Definitely situational. I think people see what they see, and many people might view me as Malcolm. I'm sorry, Martin. Because of the smile, because of the way that I speak, and no one truly knows. I think you're on this life to learn about yourself. I don't know anybody. We don't know anybody. Some people think, when I told MU, they thought it was sad, but it's just like, it's the truth in my opinion, from my experience. We truly don't know anybody. But if we spend time getting to know folks, if we could wholly understand that, then we'll be all right. And so I didn't like Martin cheating. I didn't like the fact that he was unfaithful, which means he could potentially be unfaithful in other areas. I didn't like the fact that he didn't help this gay rights movement.
Okay.
I loved Malcolm for how whole he was. I didn't agree with a lot of Malcolm X, but stop driving. His last transition, the one that they killed him for, was the one that I truly subscribed to. And that's my Malcolm. And that's the one that I believe set the best guidelines for black folks to live, Muslims potentially to live, and potentially human beings to live. So yeah, Malcolm X for sure. And a lot of it also because I was brought up that way. My dad's from Harlem. Islam is our in our bloodline, but also it just shows his life and history. It's like he was on a negative path due to nature, not nurture. And he did what he had to do to survive, and he hurt people. And then he had the discipline to get out of that, but was misguided and misled by his own people and false prophets. At the end of the day, it's not that. It's just Elijah Muhammad to me is not it. And I know that people have issues with that, but I have issues with him because I believe he had to do with the death and assassination of Malcolm X, and I can't just look past that. You know what I mean? I don't have any truth behind that besides the fact of what I feel and what I know and how I know people operate. The FBI had to do something with it. He was censored. He's bringing people, uniting them to true Islam, and that wasn't the message. Unfortunately, Elijah was like Martin. You don't rape little children, and that's okay. That's abuse of power. You can't skirt it. But then again, people say you have to be, well, Elvis did this, and this person did this, and this person did that. And I have issues as a person that was essentially raised by purists. They might not see it. It's hard for me to compartmentalize people from the dirt that they do.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about, Nina, in this, I don't want that to sound judgmental, but like when you're abusing your power, it's not okay. When you're trying to get by and do something, all right, you're hustling and you're selling drugs and you need more opportunities, I want to provide you better opportunities. It's still not necessarily okay, but I don't judge Jay-Z the same way some people might judge Jay-Z, if that makes any sense.
I understand completely.
Than if he was Jeffrey Epstein or potentially, or Bill Cosby. It's shitty. Chappelle really nailed it when he broke down the story of how Bill basically gave MLK his first sound system. And he said in one of his skits, and he talked about how this guy turned into this ugly superhero, this ugly monster, that behind closed doors he was raping people. But he did so much for the good of humanity. What are you supposed to do? I'm not yet in my maturation process where I could really absorb all that and process it. I don't judge. I just know how it moves. And so to answer your question, Malcolm, I didn't see that. I didn't see that hypocrisy, I guess. You know what I mean? Coretta, fuck, bro. Black men been shitting on black women forever. What the fuck, dog? Elijah, all right, the message, the shit. I'm learning to not kill the messenger and listen to the message. I am learning how to do that, which is a form of maybe compartmentalizing to a certain extent. But like, yo, dog, like that's not right and that's not okay. And I just don't think that's okay.
100%.
You know, but then again, Martin has done a lot of good. And there's but the bullet over the ballot. So it's a mixture, like you said, situationally, how we do a lot of different stuff in personal life, personally, for the transcendence and for the other planes. I think Malcolm really had it.
Yeah, I think you know that goes along with like what we learn like as children. Because I'm listening to you speak, right? And I know when I was a child, like all I ever heard was, oh, Martin Luther King, good. Malcolm X, bad. But now that I'm older, like, what would you do? Like you said, you seen people straight up disrespect your mom. You know what I'm saying? Because of she was trying to do something positive. How are you supposed to react to that? Of course you're going to get, defensive and stuff like that. You're not necessarily saying you have to be violent, but if, you're disrespecting my mother, I'm going to say something. You know what I mean? So it's just like, in those type of things, like, I completely agree with you. It's like we don't look at maybe some of the stuff that he did that was unfavorable. We just see the good, and then vice versa. It's like you don't see the good that Malcolm X was trying to do. They just highlight the bad. So
they created the monument. They created monuments to overshadow the movements. I don't need more movement. I don't need no more monuments. I need more false promises. I need a movement. Brother Malcolm, and this is why I'm wary of most people that are, and I see memes of it now, which is cool. I don't really like social media and stuff, but like, be careful of the ones that get the support. They didn't like Malcolm or Martin for a while, but then they created the monument and they forgot about everything else. So for 40 years, we were pacified. They killed all of our civil rights leaders, everybody that told the truth. And then we were pacified. And then we were born, low key, 30 years later, and it's just like people stopped. And so we had to restart again. And that's why you start seeing things happening with Malcolm. And I'm afraid because if you listen to Malcolm, he said the bullet or the ballot. He wasn't shooting people. You know what I'm trying to say? He was out on the street. He wasn't punching people in the face. He spoke to people. He was debating people. Him and Baldwin's debates are great. The fact of you look into listen to Malcolm's speeches and listen to Baldwin and Malcolm and look at Baldwin and Martin. Baldwin's the common denominator there. The gay poet, writer, journalist. He pushed Malcolm. He favored Malcolm. The other two didn't have a relationship. You can't support these gays because you ain't going to get this funding from us. What are you using this funding for? I get COINTELPRO. I get all that. You can't tell me I'm selling drugs if I'm not selling drugs. You can't get me on tape doing that if I'm not doing it.
Exactly.
Boom. Betty Shabazz was killed by her grandson. Burnt on fire, set on fire because of drugs and the dope. The Martin's family good. You understand?
Yeah.
I saw Martin Luther King Jr.'s great-granddaughter, speaking at the March on Washington this year. And I corrected her from a distance, obviously, when she said equality. We're talking about equity. But of course, you motherfuckers are still talking about equality. And I can't say that really, though, because I don't know them. But the point is, we're at the bottom, and I'm tired of these fucking monuments overshadowing the work we're trying to do. Because anytime we leave here, we're scrutinized, we're disproportionately raped, disproportionately treated poorly against. We don't get enough money for the things that we're doing. We don't get enough support for the things that we're doing. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's a fact.
I'm not blaming the Kings for it, but I'm blaming the people that gave the Kings everything over all of us. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate. The Shabazz family also millionaires. Don't get me wrong. Like, they got paid because the government did them dirty. But they didn't get the same buyout that they did. You know what I mean? And so it's just wild. I don't know. It's just wild. Farrakhan kills me because he was a part of that. You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, keep going.
Well, I have two questions
Sorry.
based off of what you said. So the first thing you're saying, you don't know anybody, right? So I kind of live off of that, like even with family members, and that's something we talk about when we talk about like family or people that we know. And I say like, you know, we were born into this life, but just because I'm born and you're my cousin or you're my auntie or my uncle doesn't mean that you really are. You know what I'm saying? So I look at people like, you're a stranger. I have to get to know you first. I gotta understand you because we're not gonna like everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Especially those you're related to.
Yeah, just because we're blood don't mean I'm gonna like you or we gotta get along. You might be a fucked up person. So in that instance, if you don't act or play your role as a uncle or a cousin or a dad or this and this and that, then I can't say that that's who you are for me.
100%.
And that's kind of, you know, how I live. But some people might say, you know, that's a little fucked up. But I'm like, we're all strangers. I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? They don't know me.
And it's your life.
Yeah. Right.
So because we have these bonds or these ties, and what I've experienced or what they've demonstrated towards me, regardless of our bloods and our ties, is that they could do some foul shit.
Amen.
One of my mantras is never allow anyone or anything, including yourself, to impede your progression in life. Allah said this.
Repeat that.
100%.
Please.
100%.
Never allow anyone or anything to impede, including yourself, to impede your progression in life.
Amen.
Allah says this earth is spacious. I don't got to be around you. I'm gonna excuse myself. You also get blessings for making decisions. True. So we're good and show and prove. And I'll be forgiving as best as possible. But also like, yo,
I might forgive, but you won't see me no more.
We're good.
You're a stranger now.
You've been a stranger and you didn't adapt. I mean, and I'll start at 100, which I teach strangers like they're Jesus. Jesus is one of my favorite prophets. If that makes any sense, right? We believe in the books, and the point is, I do treat people. The give backs, the social service that we do is because people need help. You know what I'm saying? People need support. Humans need support. Period. So we got to give, and it's just like, I'm tough on family. I'm tough on people that love me, and I apologize to everybody over the past decade that I've hurt that's been close to me because of the sacrifices that I've made to help other people. People need help.
That's real shit.
A lot of people don't help those people, and so we got to help those people. But it's energy, no matter what. Sometimes I felt like I was a sin eater. You know what I mean? Because you're absorbing so much, and being empathetic is hard. You know, but what do you do when you're alone and there's nothing there? There's no cameras. There's nobody. There's just you and that person. Do you help them or do you not?
True. Are you a proponent of like what you put out is what you'll receive back?
Yes.
Like,
Law of attraction.
To a certain extent, yes. To a large extent, yes. But in like magic, any magic, it's dangerous and there's still stakes sacrifices and it can all be positive. But so I give all of me positively and I get a lot of positive back, but something's got to give. And so even if it's not negative, I didn't do something. I wasn't able to do something. I didn't do something for somebody. Or you treat my intimate partners. I always love how I treat people until I'm not treating them that way.
Okay. I hear you on that.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, but you always do this for them or that, or months later it's like, wait a minute, or this is what I spend my time doing. And you knew that, and that's what you loved and liked, didn't you?
Gotcha.
Amen.
Gotcha.
And I'm very too much, not into myself, but knowing that I'm on this purpose and sacrifice of, do I want to make it or not? It might be very different than selling CDs or something else, but like, damn, if I brought kids into this world, if I did X, Y, and Z, as much as I want these things, that's major sacrifices. Sometimes you got to thug it out a little bit differently than everybody else to apply pressure the way you want to, or at least provide opportunities for others. It's hard.
It's a fact.
It's hard. And you don't know if you're right or wrong. What do you know? You don't know. If you've arrived, maybe you've died. You know what I'm trying to say? And there's other planes. So I don't know. But we'll see, I think, I hope.
Yeah.
And then also, what about like the cancel culture? You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain artists, you know, who do certain things, and you saying like, you know, sometimes you gotta. It's hard for you to separate, you know, the person from the scandal or whatever it is that they do. So, how are you with that? Like, as far as music, is it the same thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to.
It's
throw some
hard.
names out, but like Chris Brown,
Kelly.
R. Kelly, and I know you close to Amir, so you definitely had to hear about that one. Who else? Tory Lanez.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tory.
Yeah.
I don't know why they tried to cancel him, but so there's just certain things
Now
that
Quavo.
Quavo, what did he do?
Ooh.
This is a video of a little tussle him and Sweetie had in an elevator. So
He didn't hit her.
No,
He
didn't.
just swung her.
And I'm glad that you said it that way.
Yeah.
And by him swinging her, how did he swing her? Like, did she get hurt when he did it?
it didn't
He
look.
threw her
it
into
don't
something?
It don't look to me as like on the video. She was like had a bag that he was trying to get. He was trying to like lunge for the bag,
And she swung at him.
and she kind of swung at
He
it,
missed, and then he
kinda
grabbed her
like-
and just brought both of
And
them
how
into
is
the
she
elevator.
feeling? How is she feeling about it?
I mean,
she hasn't
they
said
did. No,
anything.
they did say she spoke out
She did?
recently. Yeah,
I didn't see it.
she didn't speak on the altercation. She just said there were many. And mind you, the video that happened a year ago. They just broke up. You know what I'm saying? So she said like there were things in the relationship that they couldn't get past, and that's all she said.
I think it's dangerous. I think cancel culture is bullshit. I think that people's personal lives, if they're professional, no matter what, are never going to be personal. So they have to be mindful. I don't think it's okay to put your hands on women. I think that we have to believe victims, right?
Amen.
And go ahead.
Now you're saying believe victims, right? So I'm gonna be honest with the Tory situation. I'm on Tory's side. I don't. It's this is very sketchy over there. I'm not saying he didn't do it or he couldn't have done it, but it's very sketchy. And who is the victim? Because he could be the victim.
And
he could be, you know,
in
they could
Chris
be spinning the
Brown's
story. They
case-
could be tearing him down.
In Chris Brown's case, I thought that also.
Who's
as
the
much
victim?
as who's the victim in that case?
Nah, I don't know about that one. He beat the shit out of her.
He beat the shit out of her, and I don't know what she did to him first.
But you could see it. It couldn't have been that much.
I don't know what she did to him first. She could have burned him. She could have did a bunch of different things to him first, which
Burn
doesn't
him.
mean
What do you mean, like STD?
sexually. You know what I mean? She could have bit his neck. I don't know what she did to him first. Meaning, it does no excuse. He's wrong, and that's a tough one because I'm not excusing it. Like that's what
But
I mean
you
by.
can see physically. That's the only thing with the Chris Brown situation. It's not like he just smacked her real quick. Again, that's still wrong. But like her
He
face
really
was
violated
fucked up.
it.
Like
Yeah.
it's like multiple. You can see.
I remember
like,
that shit was foul.
That took some time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like one hit and all of that
Yeah,
happened.
it's kind of like I always be saying because you know I'm big into sports. So with the Ray Rice situation when that happened,
I saw him after that.
I've had many debates and stuff with people. I said he could have possibly got away with the first punch, the first one, because it was reaction. No, not to be funny or anything. It was reactionary. They were in a fight. You know, she hit him, he hit her back. But that second one that dropped her, that was completely uncalled for. I mean,
and the funny thing is, not the funny thing is, you get caught up, and there was a reaction. That means he's a fighter. But the point is, you can't be that undisciplined.
That
can't be that It's a lot about discipline. You
Yeah.
can't do it,
Especially who you are.
Yeah.
especially who you are as a black human being.
Yeah.
A professional athlete, a husband, and a father. You don't do that
100%.
to people.
Exactly.
To people. I punched a kid in the face in September because he was in my space and I told him to get away from me a few times and I didn't want to. I felt it was the ancestors. I'm leading with that because I need to. At the end of the day, I did everything I think I could and it was a reaction. He called me a bitch ass nigga after he asked me to come together, and twice I told him, no, I'm good, and I tried to get away from him, which you're supposed to do, especially if you aren't, if you know how to handle yourself.
Of course.
And I don't know if he grabbed my arm or not, but as he called me a bitch ass nigga, I felt a thing. And I twisted and pivoted and hit him. And kept it moving. I didn't keep going at him. You know what I'm trying to say? So there is a difference.
Now that's what I'm saying with Chris Brown. You could tell it wasn't just a, you know what I'm saying? He beat the shit out of him.
And remorse and things like that and how you feel about certain things. And so to answer it directly, it's tough. I still listen to Chris Brown's music, but I also know that I shouldn't.
No, all right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just this is not a game, but I'm gonna just throw some people out there and we're just gonna say
that's fair. Let's play this one.
All right. So we're just gonna say yes or no. Can you still rock with them, listen to their music, and that's that. All right? You playing some Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately, and it's wrong, and it's because he has the same birthday as me, and I'm biased.
Really? That's the same birthday?
May 5th.
Taurus? Oh, shit.
I shouldn't... Chris, listen, if you're hearing this, you also fuck with Ryan English. I respect the art. You need some help, big bro, and I can help you. I'm ready.
Thanks.
If you ever hear this.
Okay.
His birthday coming up.
R. Kelly.
Yes, I still listen to R. Kelly.
No. And I wish I had more of a conviction when I was younger. Great music. I skip it all the time. I just think it was really bad, and we allowed it to happen. We're fucked up as a culture for him. In my opinion.
Again,
know you're judgment free from what I see and know, and I don't watch no videos, but
I got you.
We have to set the standard.
That's a fact.
I don't think sex work is wrong if you so choose, but I also don't believe that that's what I want to aspire to. I could have sold my ass in college for work. That's crazy. I'm sorry. The way I just said
that was crazy. That's the craziest shit anybody's ever said on this fucking show. No, man. Yo,
that's not a normal thing people have opportunities for. Oh, no. Oh, you know. I've been doing a lot. So anyway, the point is, I didn't, but I don't see it there. Like, I don't see it. I understand why it's illegal, and I don't know if it should be. For healthcare, for making sure people are safer. I don't even know where we were going with that for a second. But the point is, like, I want to see things better. And R. Kelly he really, like, that shit is crazy, bro.
See, now.
No, am I wrong? Did I read it wrong?
No. My thing is this, right?
People
now, when you know the whole documentary and everything came out, watching it, especially being cool with Amir. Amir is big on that. So I did stop. I stopped listening to him for a while, deleted his music, all of that stuff like that. Now I never had none of his music downloaded because we always knew, you know, something was wrong there. So I didn't download it, but I definitely had it in playlist. Might have listened to it a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a musical genius.
He is a genius.
And some of his music is like.
Same girls on my playlist.
TP2, like, that's fucking amazing. I'm sorry, I don't want to give him props. He's a sicko, but as an artist, he's a musical genius, so it's kind of hard to separate. And I tried for a while, but my thing is, he is sick in the head. Like, it's really something wrong with him, and it's because of, you know, what happened to him as a child and shit like that. But my thing is this: if he's, you know, you do the crime and you know, pay the time, what they say. You know what I'm saying? So if he's, you know, obviously he's probably not fixed, you know what I'm saying? But he's dealing with, you know,
that's
getting his consequence.
He's
getting a consequence, so do we still hang him for that? Like,
that's healthy.
Of course we're supposed to, you know, don't you know, keep your kids away from him, you know what I'm saying?
Justice.
Yeah, but like he
restorative justice. What are we looking for here? It's the term a lot of us activists use and things like that, and it's just like, are we going to crucify the guy? And this is what I don't judge people based off of their beliefs or people that they care about or think of. Like, and I hope they don't do that for me either, because we're really just all trying to figure it out. And you're right, he might be locked up for a long time. I don't know. Bill Cosby.
But what else do we want? Is my question.
We still have that work.
What do we want from him?
Right.
What do we want to happen to him?
Right.
because he's in jail.
Right.
That's what we want. Do we
He's
not?
not
He's
making
locked
money
up.
on his stuff anymore.
He can't touch
hurt
little girl.
nobody
Exactly.
anymore.
So what else do we want from him? Or do we
Shit,
want him
that's
dead?
valid.
Like, I don't. When do we listen to
better.
him?
I feel a little bit better listening to some of the people I listen to.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta be boycotting, not listen to his music. Fuck R. Kelly for a reason.
That's a good. No,
What's the
that's
reason?
valid.
He's in
Right.
jail. We got it. Why? You know what I'm saying? Can we not
Affect
listen?
their pocket if they're not being held accountable. You know what I'm trying to?
That's what. Yeah,
I
exactly.
dig that.
Exactly.
We find out Marky Mark was doing some wild, reckless shit. All right, we boycotting everything.
Yeah. Fuck
Excuse me,
that.
the moment
Until
that
there's
he's in there-
change. Yeah.
That's valid as fuck.
Yeah, see, I think because I've always been a proponent of I separate the person from the music. You know what you do in your personal life is what you. But
There's some shit that you can't separate.
Maybe I'm the problem, and I have no issues saying that. But like I said, I just felt as if again, I don't know the situation, I don't know everything that's going on. I didn't even watch the documentary, but I'm just saying, like, as far as myself goes. Said I still listen to R. Kelly. I'm probably going to continue to listen to R. Kelly if that makes me a bad person.
I did stop.
Michael
I tried to
Jackson.
stop.
I won't watch the documentary. So how am I going to stay? I won't watch it because I love Michael. So how am I going to? It's I guess on a very surface level, it's hypocritical.
Everything
It is.
Everything.
You know what I mean? And so it's just like, what are you willing to? And it's sad though because it's like, damn, like where are you? Where?
And why is always the big stars? Like,
where do you
why?
draw the line? I think that's
Why is it always?
It's not only the biggest stuff.
No, it's not only, but it's all like, come on, you can't fuck with Michael Jackson. Like, it's like, look how great of an artist he is. If it was somebody little, whoever we don't care about, okay, yeah, boycott, that's easy. But Michael Jackson, R. Kelly is pretty tough to cancel. Like,
that's
very
the tricky
fucking tough.
part.
And that's like you're saying, abusing your power. Because look how big they are. They probably feel like they could do that fucked up shit that they want to do because I'm so big. Who's gonna not?
But
They
now,
love me.
what if you're
know
the
what I'm
biggest artist in the tri-state? You're a little fish, but you're a big fish. So who the fuck, just in case, what if you're raping a bunch of people? Whether it's their money or other things. You get what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
The issue is we see the iceberg or see the tip of the iceberg, but the levels, the 100,000aires, all these other people, you know what I'm trying to say, that are actually also continuing to abuse it because of the culture. Because we technically allowed it. It's wild, it's tough.
So, Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Wait, before you ask me, favorite Mike Jack song right now? Don't even think about it.
Damn, I don't know, Smooth Criminal.
like
There's so many great ones.
Rock Your World.
Rock with you.
Rock with you.
Best shit.
Rock Your
That's
World
my
is my shit.
You Rock My World. My friend Gina got me that
Yeah,
when I was in
Rock My
8th grade. I was in 8th grade when it came out. That is definitely one of my favorite ones. Chris Tucker's on that one.
In the
Yeah,
video,
Yes,
exactly.
yes. Wow.
I love that song.
Wow.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite song.
The movie. I watched the movie over and over and over on Lifetime growing
American
up.
Dream. The American Dream.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, American Dream. Joe Jackson's a motherfucker. And I always keep thinking about how they moved in bricks. Back and forth, back and forth. Jackie!
Yeah,
Yo, that movie, man. Hit him, Jackie, hit him! Hit him, Jackie! Yo, that movie. Oh, man.
I also like Invincible. Invincible is an incredible album. Me personally, especially when it came out.
Yes.
I was a young child.
I think I did watch that shit when he died.
This Is It. I think that's what
Yeah.
it's called, right? I think I did watch
It's
it.
hard, man. I was
Yeah,
saw a
it's
picture of
tough.
him.
I had the Wii game for sure.
Oh yeah,
Did
listen,
you?
I cried.
Yeah, the Michael
Listen,
Jackson
I cried.
week.
I remember exactly where I was. Listen, I ain't gonna say her name, but I was at a young lady's house. I just had graduated high school, and it was like the weeks before I went to the army. And I was at her house. I was trying to give me a piece of pudding.
Nice,
You feel
nice,
me?
nice.
And we're upstairs in her room, and it didn't happen. So I'm like, all right. So I come down, defeatist attitude and stuff, because it ain't happened. And I see on CNN, Michael Jackson died, man. I walked home and I cried, man. I was like, damn, bro.
I was at my
Michael
cousin's
I
house.
want to insert so many Cosby jokes, and so I do this thing that's like every third thing that your brain says, don't say.
Oh, wow.
So Cosby.
Yeah. I can't fuck with him. That's
Me-
an egregious. It's egregious.
Now
It's-
he
it's-
was never that big person for me in my life anyway. But like again, it's certain shit you can separate the art, the person from what they do. But it's certain shit, and I think rape is bottom line. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not gonna defend R. Kelly. He's a piece of shit, regardless.
It wasn't necessarily rape.
But it was not rape. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm sure there could have been other stuff in there
that we
but
don't know.
At the end
You know
of the
what I'm
day,
saying? Just not.
he was just on
See?
some shit.
Exactly. But that's forcing yourself onto
A lot
somebody.
of times.
Yeah.
A lot.
I got in arguments about that. That's not right.
It's just not right. It's drugging.
They lying because he is starting. Nah.
I'm gonna flip something
all
for
of
you a
them people
second
not
though.
lying, man.
And the work that he did was wild. It's good work, but nah. I mean, I grew up watching that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But nah, you know, it's not that hard in that case because that's really like Aaron Hernandez. I feel bad about to a certain extent, even though he murdered. That's wrong, but he was really fucked up, and I don't blame the society. I just feel bad for the guy. You know what I mean? All the shit that he had to deal with as a gay guy and a bunch of different stuff, and like there's a lot of shit. You know what I mean? As a thug, or just as a kid that just wasn't checked. Cardi B.
Wait, hold on. Wait, 1 second before we talk
He
about
be drugging people.
Wait, go back to the Bill Cosby. So, do you feel? Because I heard a lot of stuff going on Twitter and stuff when he got locked up, and a lot of people were saying like, you know, especially in the black community, were saying it's because he was trying to buy NBC, and that was a no-go. They went ahead and they did this.
Now, I think that might be true, but he still probably did those things. They probably just covered it up.
So,
but now that he's going to do that, now let's get
when we do
that.
post-production
he
or whatever, go back to when we said the thing before. Okay. Don't get caught. That sound like what homie said. You gotta have somebody for that. Not that don't get caught. Don't do that stuff because you're gonna get caught at some point. And so Epstein liked to get politicians doing weird shit or shit that they like and to take the picture. So yeah, you cool until you do some shit that you want to do. So yeah, it makes sense. What they're saying probably is somewhat true. Doesn't change the fact that he was doing what he was doing.
Okay.
Because, you got that much money. If you didn't do it, you're not getting locked up. But you thought you was good, Bill. And it kind of worse.
Yeah.
And then something in you wanted to do this or whatever, or you thought you were good, and it's just like, you're not that good. And we got you because that would make you too big.
Invincible. Can't be untouchable. Especially as a
and
black
so they
man.
did what they did, especially as a black man.
They're not gonna let that happen.
And look what they did to Jeffrey. The one thing that these Democrats and Republicans could get right together, collectively, quickly, was to get rid of that guy. You tear everything down, and they leave the woman there, but there's no evidence connecting the two, technically. I mean, there is, obviously, but like, you got the big fish.
Understandable.
It's wild. And I hate to be conspiracy theorist, but come on.
Yeah.
So what was you saying, Cardi B?
She drugged, and she might not have raped people, but she robbed them.
Stole.
I'm not okay with that. And I listened to her music. She didn't rape people. You know what I mean? It was wrong, and I'm not knocking her. That's similar to, and this is based off of conversations with folks as someone hustling. You know what I'm trying to say? Based off the things that they're doing. But if she had killed somebody, nah, I wouldn't fuck with her. And that sucks, right? I punch somebody in the face, they hit the ground and they die. It's a different story. Things change, though. The dynamic changes. You know what I mean? And things could change in that instant. What she did for that hustle could really fuck you up. You're selling dope to your people. Shit. You might be all right until them dope kids burn your house down. With your grandmother inside of it.
Oof. That's tough.
The crack babies are running rampant around here nowadays. White people weren't selling crack to the people, though. They might have been selling crack to the people that they wanted to, and to infiltrate and do all the things we know happen, but we still did it.
We facilitated it.
We allowed it. We enabled it. We produced it. We created it. You know what I'm saying?
And I had to learn like that, too, because I grew up around drug dealers, from weed, coke, crack, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my fault.
Cook it up.
You feel me? I've been around that at a young age from multiple people, from women and men. You know what I'm saying? At a very young age. So I've seen a lot of shit. And to me, and it might be fucked up, but I'm being honest, to me, I'm not going to say I liked it, but I seen the positive of that life, the luxuries. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't never see nothing. Yeah, I never saw anything wrong with it. I thought, they getting it. You know what I'm saying? They finding a way for us. They making it happen. And not only that, everybody that come around, they taking care of them too. But as I got older, that's fucking somebody up. Now I got friends who got family who are crackheads. I got friends who, who are addicts and things like that. And I'm like, damn, my family, you know what I'm saying, could have did that. So it opened my eye and look at the other side. They making it good for you, but they making it hard for somebody else. They fucking somebody's life up.
And look at you, honey and a monster. Honey in the mouth. You know what I'm trying to say? And so like you see that hustle and you get that thing. It's like you got your. I needed my own constituency. You needed your own product, and you had that. Thankfully, you had that mentality and you had that experience. But yeah, it's shitty. It's hard for me not to judge Jay-Z. You know what I'm trying to say? Because he literally, every single thing that he has, Kobe is different. Is that Kobe on there? Is it 2-4? Oh.
No, that's just me. No, I just 24 is just my favorite number.
Oh, that's you. That's your
that's
shirt?
our character.
Yeah, it's just one of my characters. It's the character that we have for the show.
Summer.
Oh yeah,
Webster
yeah.
and Friends.
That's
That's sick. I love that.
Definitely
Educating through
trying to get there.
entertainment. Yeah, man. I don't know.
R.I.P. to Kobe.
Last person I got is Tory Lanez.
I'm rocking with Meg on this one only because
That hurt.
I don't know a lot that's going on, but from what I do know, if he shot her in the foot, you're bugging, bro. I didn't listen to his music like that anyway, and he broke the internet, and I didn't like the fact that he had underage girls dancing on his shit, twerking. I'm not big into. Don't get me wrong. I used to love strippers and strip clubs and shit like
me
that.
too. I love strippers.
You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just like
Not underage ones.
no.
Of age.
I didn't
Of
see that
yes,
one. I didn't see that one.
but it happened, and then like he got banned for mad long. I'm pretty sure it was him. I think it was him during the pandemic. It was Tory Lanez. Like he had the most views on.
I'm gonna check it out. I don't know.
Okay, but like, dog is just I don't know. He's wilding. He's just wilding. And
Now
if he
let me-
shot her in the foot, that shit is wild.
Now hold on,
Yes.
because you said what did Rihanna do to make Chris do that? There's nothing that Meg could have done that made her get shot in the foot that she would deserve that.
You corrected me on him beating her ass. Shooting is a lot. People used to say, hey, would it be hurt more to get shot or pistol whipped? It hurts to get pistol whipped.
It does.
Hurts to get your ass beat. But it does hurt to get shot.
See, now
though.
I said that.
Yeah.
Women get abused by men, like beat the fuck up. I'm gonna be honest, I'd rather get shot in both of my feet than a nigga whoop my ass.
I don't know. Nah.
And that's just, nigga, you got bruises
listen,
on your
I get it.
face.
I would still rather, I
Ima-
think.
Even
well, I'm not gonna answer this one. Yeah.
humiliation. You gotta walk around your family with them bruises. Your kids could see you with. I could hide my feet. You can't see
funny.
my feet.
You're funny.
And
I think he was bugging.
humiliation.
From what I heard, from my breakdown, from my speculation, and speculation is the root of all evil. He didn't get what he wanted, and that's not respecting consent. And you shot the girl. Am I off?
No,
Oh,
they
okay.
been fucking. Why would he shoot her just because that one night he didn't get what he want? I don't believe it.
I just put it like that.
Her story changed too many different times. Not saying that it can't
If
happen.
we're fucking,
but her-
respectfully, if you're fucking somebody and they say no,
It's no.
you
Yeah.
can't. It's no. And she might not have liked that he was talking to somebody else. We don't know, right? But then again, you're right. Since I wasn't there,
Her story changed.
point
too many
is
times.
this: is he in trouble for shooting her?
I think they
He
gotta
ain't
go to
locked up.
court. Yeah, he gotta
If
go
he
to
did
trial.
it, like you said, if you did it, you did it. If you didn't, then you're not gonna get in trouble for
Yeah.
it. So you see what I'm saying?
Just a lot of times, yes.
Her
Especially
story,
in situations like this.
Her story changed too many times, and I felt a lot of people keep saying protect black women because of that situation.
Yeah.
I have an issue with that. You're saying protect black women, but y'all tearing down a black man.
In the same regard. If he did what he did, he's wrong.
Of course.
And maybe it's not cancel proof or worthy, but then again, it was easier for me too because I don't listen to him like that. Which again goes back to the hypocrisy of things.
Now,
oh,
but
if you like her, if she look good, you're not gonna have an issue. If she's whack, oh, she's probably this, that, and the third. You know, and that's an issue.
But to people who
Are you stupid?
to people who did listen to him, though, I even think that's whack. How you gonna switch on a man and you don't even know yet?
That's why I say.
That's why I didn't like that.
Innocent to proven guilty.
You didn't do that though.
No.
You did not do that. You a fraud. You fake.
You're right.
You fake.
He's trying.
No,
we're growing.
Yeah,
Soon as
exactly.
they
Growth.
say I do something, he
No,
gonna cancel.
Growth.
it.
What I said was, I'm gonna wait till all the facts come out.
You did not
then
wait
I
for the
can- But
facts.
you're
You
right.
changed your.
I didn't
You
change,
cannot
but
change
I
your
hesitated.
actions. If naturally every time Tory dropped, he gonna listen.
Yeah,
when
you
that
did.
happened, he did not listen.
I hesitated.
You changed your actions.
hesitated.
No, you didn't listen. You only listen because Honey.
Bet.
I'm a hypocrite.
If some shit comes out about me that you heard and you don't feel comfortable hitting me up, you might think twice until you find out.
The only
But I will
thing,
come to
the
you
only
personally,
thing,
which I
the
appreciate.
only thing, the only thing that's automatically you're canceled until I figure out what's really going on is rape for me. Everything else, I could understand.
Murder? Even murder?
Listen, some people, I ain't gonna say people. It's not up to humans to decide your destiny or what happens to you. That's for the higher power. But somebody could disrespect you in a certain way.
Rape, pedophilia.
Yeah, like if you're a rapist and you get killed, fuck you.
Yeah,
So you deserve to die. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So
I don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
if you was to, off somebody and they did something disrespectfully, I'll say, hey, fuck, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you didn't have to shoot them 100 times, but
I get that. I do understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
And
It's certain things.
I think that also, like, sometimes people run down on people for the wrong reasons, which is unfortunate. We could have people that can succeed or fail, both figments, based off of false assumptions.
That's a fact.
And so that's dangerous. And it's hard, right? Because, like, something happens, somebody shoots you and shoots me, and then it's like, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. But sometimes people are just sick. Sometimes bad shit just happens. You know what I mean? To good people, I guess you could say. That's why you got to stay away from doubtful matters.
Bro, Amir is a good person. Because me and Amir had a conversation, and he was saying, like, there's nothing anybody could do to make them deserve to get shot. And I was like, are you fucking crazy? If somebody spit on you or your mother, and he was still saying, nah, we could work him. That's a good dude.
I don't know if I would shoot you if you
dude.
spit on me, but then again, when I was a kid at a Boy Scout event, this kid spit off this hill, and I ran up on the hill and held him over it.
Damn.
And I was a child.
Shit.
Spitting on people is
Somebody
gross.
spit on your mother.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Disrespect your mother.
I just don't. But also, death is okay. Damn, I can't believe I'm sharing this. Today, I had to kill something for the first time in my life. Humbly, honestly, and something.
You know what's crazy? That happened to me. It wasn't my first time. I kill bugs all the time, but
bugs. Yeah, I don't consider that thing. You're right. Good. That's good. Yeah.
But there was something on my windshield, and I hit the wiper. I don't know why I did it, and I felt bad after. I was like, damn.
I had to kill a groundhog, like a possum. Or not a possum. It was a gopher or a groundhog, and it was messed up, and it was just malnourished, and it was bad, and it was struggling, and so
Put it out as misery.
put it out as misery.
With your bare hands? Right.
I do look like you. No, you. I had to find
This is
something.
right
And I
for
thought
you.
about it, and I had to make sure I got it right. And I took the leg of a table. It was these couple of legs of tables, and I was looking for something to make sure that was good. And maybe I shouldn't be sharing this out loud.
Yeah, all right. How did Melanin Unchained start?
How did Melanin Unchained start?
I didn't want to call the cops, and I didn't know if I should do like the stick through his head or something like that. And so I had to figure.
911. It's a possum. I'm gonna kill
You know what I'm saying? I want to help.
I'm gonna kill the shit out this possum. Send back up. I'm gonna kill the shit out.
Respectfully, I think I did the right thing, and I don't know. I hope I help.
I need an EMT. Please send an ambulance. I'm gonna kill this shit out this possum.
2 things I'll never share again in my life.
Yeah, how did MU come
Melanin Unchained started because of a
What is
pandemic.
it first? I'm sorry. What is
Melanin Unchained is a non-for-profit in the city of Newburgh, comprised of a bunch of us young brothers and sisters giving back.
Okay.
It's kind of, in my opinion, it's crazy how it started because it probably wouldn't have started if it wasn't for a pandemic. And Devontae said that, and it's true. We came together through the civil unrest and through the movement, our Black Lives Matter, technically, but our civil rights movement, in my opinion, our human rights movement. And we were at a protest. We were at a protest in May or June
Of last year.
2020, in Newburgh, and we weren't connected. Ahmad, Devontae, Amir, myself. I don't know if Brandon was around at the time. I knew Ruben ahead of time. And after we had showed up to that protest, we started linking or talking a little bit. And then following each other on social media. And then we started going to protests together. And then after we started going to protests together, we really didn't know each other, but we started vibing and clicking. I'm Wolverine. I'm fucking disgruntled. What is it? The guy that doesn't want, the reluctant hero. Ahmad is very similar to that. Amir is fucking this Superman, like this Iron Man character, and I just love writing and I love these forms. And it's just like, he's this shining light. and I would say almost like a glue that kind of like kept us going, and he drove us around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he did these things and like little things. Like I remember one time I gave him like $10 for gas or some bullshit like that. And it's just like trying to like be a friend to the guys too and be like, hey, by the way, this guy always drives us because he wants to, because he wants to be around us and do work together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? And it's just like after that, we kept on showing up to stuff. And then one day, everybody started forming different things. And I was just like, yo, we don't have to form an organization. We probably should just have a name if people ask us who we are. And started bullshitting with stuff like that because they kept thinking what we should do. And then Ahmad came up with Melanin Unchained. And then we just slowly and surely decided to protest differently. And I came up with 4 different ways to protest, or I came up with the phases of protesting or civil unrest. And that's protest, organize, mobilize, and actualize. And they started following that. And I was creating my own organization at the time, and they really wanted ours, and that's how it formed. And started doing clothing drives, cleanups.
Listen, real shit, everybody that's listening, they're no joke. I seen it firsthand. I was able to, fortunately enough and luckily enough, I was able to be at the protest, you know what I'm saying, and really be out there with them. Every week, Saturday, they cleaning up the streets like every single week. You know what I'm saying? They really out here, helping people. Even with the clothing drive, I was able to pull up for a little bit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They really out here. A lot of people say they're going to do stuff and things like that, and they don't do it. But you guys do. You guys do it. So
y'all pounding the pavement.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all pounding the pavement. And I love that. I like when people such that. That's why I had to buy a Melanin Unchained hoodie. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about, you know what I'm saying? It's about like, you got to show support, you know what I'm saying? Especially the people that you feel, are doing good, you know? And, that's just what I see. Like I said, from the conversations that Amir and I have had and stuff like that, just, prior to that, I see like, where he wants to go, like what his vision is. And I feel like a lot of what he says is some what you guys in Melanin Unchained feel. So listen, I definitely don't mind supporting that. I'm all about, supporting black businesses, of course. You know what I'm saying? The advancement
DBTs
of
is
black
popping.
people. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And
Came from him.
Yeah, facts.
And so now you've got like
Black
this
Business
group,
Tuesdays.
but
Let's get it.
What's that?
Black Business Tuesdays. Let's get it.
And give these young brothers an opportunity to just think and create themselves and whatever they want to do. Yeah. So I'm the CEO of Melanin Unchained. And a lot of times CEOs are also presidents, but I was like, I'll be the secretary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'll be the volunteer, not the volunteer coordinator, I'll be the project coordinator. I don't need to be in these positions because you guys need to gain experience, because too many times you're not going to be given anything or achieve anything because they say you don't have the experience in it. So now you do, and all these other things come from it because you're the president of an organization. Nah, bro, you've been putting in work and you care about your community.
That's a fact.
And we're going to do it the same way that they do it, but much, much, much fucking better. And it's provided more opportunities. Yeah. But it's not just because he has a title. Because if he wasn't doing the work, it wouldn't matter.
That's true. That's a fact.
You know what I mean? And so he has so many things that he's doing, and he's a boss, he's his own owner, and he's achieving more opportunities. And Ahmad and everybody else in the group are trying to do different things. Everybody's different. The cool thing about Amir is that I think that he's gonna like make a lot of money. He wants to make money, and I think he's gonna make a lot of money, which means he's gonna be able to do the things. I don't give a shit about bread, but at the end of the day, I know that you can do more with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the fact that he's got a kind heart, man.
Super kind heart. I love him. So
he's a piece of shit to me. I'm just playing. I love you.
I fuck with Amir. You know what I'm saying? Because it's funny. Because I feel like Amir has like two sides. Because when he come to Honey and the Mosster, he has like a different side. But when he go to Melanin Unchained, he like a different Amir. You know
I appreciate that for him.
He had a joke. Still the funniest shit ever. When Amir came on the podcast, I don't know what he was talking about. Something he said, and Rich was saying, yeah, when you go to Melanin Unchained, they gonna pull this up, the clip, and be like, well, look at this here, brother. What is this? You know what I'm saying?
We did bring it up, and this is the thing: be yourself. Stop. Authentic. I can't believe I didn't say this earlier. Authenticity matters.
Yeah.
Period. No matter what you do, who you are, you got to be able to be who you are. I slip up and curse around people sometimes just because I want to. I want to push you. I want to make you feel uncomfortable. I want to see you. I want to push you. I want to move you.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Okay. Like, I'm going door to door and I'm talking, and I'm also professional and respectful enough needed to, but like, nah, like.
Let me see what you do in this situation. Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like and let's go there.
Got you.
Oh, did he really just say that? Some people like to ignore it. Some people, or you see people are actually paying attention. I won't say no wild shit like I just took a shit last weekend. You know what I'm saying? But like, no, I'm gonna say that shit that you didn't, that revolutionary shit that you're really not expecting me to say. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like, wait a minute, here I'm at, and it's just like, wait, this guy just wants my signature, and you start engaging. So, man, this is good.
Yeah. So speaking of that, so do you consider yourself pro-black?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what does being pro-black mean to you?
I love who I am, and I'm black.
That's it.
I mean, I'm unapologetically black, and I understand that, and I'm unabashedly black, and I believe in black liberation. I believe in black power and all those things. I'm a human. I'm a human first.
Of course.
I'm a human that happens to be Muslim and black. You know what I mean? And I'm American. Yeah. I do believe I'm a patriot. I'm all these things. I don't like titles. Yeah, I'm black. I'm blackly black. I'm black. I'm blackly black. And it's important. Black first. Of course. I don't need to say the Asian thing or the other things. Like, yeah, white lives do matter. Asian lives matter, or whatever you want to say it. Black first. Disproportionately, black women have been treated. We left them.
You left me. Yeah. You left me, and I'll argue with them.
My homegirl had to put me on.
We're gonna talk about it.
My homegirl put me on, and some of the other questions you might wonder certain things, but it's just like at the end of the day, we did leave, and you guys are the most disproportionately treated person in the world, and you need support, right?
Well, first off, they ate the apple first. I had to leave a little bit.
He was black. He was black. Hey, that might make sense. No, let me see.
You didn't feed her. That's why. Had you went and hunted and got some real food, we wouldn't have had to eat the apple. Snake.
So because I have debates with people about this particular question in particular. Do you feel you can be pro-black and still date outside your race?
Yes.
As do I. Some people don't think so.
Yes. Reparations? Oh no. I think that's funny in real life. No, I think something for myself is my mother's a black woman, my sister's a black woman, my grandparents were black. You know what I mean? And so like there's that piece. So no one can ever say anything about anyone that I love or fuck or whatever. That doesn't change that. It can't take that. I'll produce a black daughter. Can't change that. So yeah, I'm pro-black. And for me, if I'm a savage, I don't want to be a savage towards black women.
I like that.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Not saying that being a savage is being disrespectful, but there's just that piece in my head.
You gonna hold
and
her
this
high.
comes off better than I normally said it. Usually women don't like hearing that in real life, in real time, but man, we'll see what happens. But the point is, yeah, that's that piece. But I've always seen myself marrying a black woman and having children with black women. I don't know where that is, or if that's fair. And that doesn't mean that it's going to necessarily happen, right? But like, nah, like I love black women. I love women, and it's tough. And I don't knock people. I remember I had a girlfriend in college, not a girlfriend, a girl that I was hanging out with actually, and I remember this black family was like saying how ugly we looked together. You know what I mean? And how wrong that felt, and how that triggered me though, and it kind of made me feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
What was her ethnicity?
White. Blonde, white, right? Yeah, but I've always had issues, not issues, but like that dichotomy of blonde hair, blue eyes, and my skin and everything. I didn't know. Like it just doesn't, not that it doesn't look right. I don't even look at things like that. It's just, you know, and I'm not somebody that allows what people think affect me. It's just a lot. People are judgmental. There's a lot of different things that go into it, you know, and this is a black family and young little kids saying that, pointing and being rude and disrespectful. And she's fine, but I'm not okay with it. And it affected us. You know what I'm trying to say? I didn't blaze it or nothing, and that affected things too. But like at the end of the day, it's like, can I say that?
Yeah.
But that was always in my head.
Wow.
You know, and so it's interesting. Now, this is also over 10 years ago.
Gotcha. Yeah, Dr. Umar Johnson ain't have his Twitter. Shit.
Umar's funny. I think he's funny.
Hilarious.
He's not. He's. I wouldn't be surprised. He's the type of dude that you find out that has mad white girlfriends. You know what I'm trying to say? And like like that would kill me.
I'm just waiting for the day that they post on Shade Room that Dr. Umar Johnson.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, bro. Like, he's married to a transgender dude from Singapore. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit that be throwing me off with people. And so that's why I thought authenticity matters. But if he's actually like that, he's like that. I don't subscribe to that. It's funny, but I'm not trying to make nobody feel uncomfortable.
Of course.
I'm not going to knock you for loving nobody. Keyshawn Johnson got a pretty white wife. That's cool. I'm not going to hate you. People in Newburgh don't like Torrance Harvey because his wife is Spanish. That's not fair. You know what I'm trying to say? Oh, go ahead.
Like, it's very true. Black men definitely leave black women, you know, treat them wrong a lot. But I will say and take accountability that the black race and women especially, we are harsh on interracial relationships and things like that. You know what I'm saying? We definitely make people feel... I don't personally... Me, I would rather see black love. Me personally.
Yeah.
I adore black men. There's nobody higher than a black man to me. He's the greatest thing ever. You feel me?
Amen.
That's how I feel. You feel me? That's me. When a black man says, I only like black women, he says the same energy to me, that's attractive to me. I like that. You feel me? But if you go and do what you do, go do that.
That's a fact. Yeah.
You feel me? Go do that. I'm not gonna talk shit on you. I'm not gonna make you feel uncomfortable. But yes, I do prefer black love. I prefer seeing black love. That makes me happy. That warms my heart. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing wrong with having a preference.
No.
I'm trying to have a rainbow coalition.
Yeah.
Trying to have a what?
A rainbow.
Oh, a rainbow coalition. Oh,
a rainbow coalition of love.
So you want a child with every different race, so you could have.
I'd love to have 2 children with a couple women. But then I don't think that's real. I don't know if I could actually have that. What a Matt, and I can't believe I'm saying this online. I don't know if I'm poly or not. You know what I'm trying to say? What if I was? You know what I mean? Imagine being that and a poly politician, a poly public servant, or maybe I'm just things. Well, in Islam, I can have up to 4 wives.
Yeah, they kind of want it. No,
actually kind of subscribes more to the.
Yeah, you're valid.
Really? And so now I can see myself. I can see myself being married or being in a relationship with 4 women and it raising the families and being in there doing the right thing and they being agreed and going after it for fulfillment.
Now, would your wives have somebody?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask because I don't know.
Depends, right? Wives, no. I think we'd be in a relationship, and if they wanted to have each other, they probably would.
No, another man.
I think if we were in a poly relationship as a girlfriend and boyfriend, we'd have to determine that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how I feel about that. And that's why I don't know how I am. You know?
Does the Quran speak on that? I don't know.
We can marry up to 4 women if they all agree.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, but I'm talking about the women having another husband.
No. But these are not falsities and astaghfirullah, I guess. People are really upset when I say stuff like this, but like, I don't think that. Okay, I can marry women of the 3 books technically due to my religion if I'm following that. My sister can't marry anybody but a Muslim. I don't agree with that. To me, that doesn't make sense.
So you can marry anyone you want.
Of technically Jewish, Christian, or Muslim.
Okay. All right.
But in my life, I'm going to marry whoever I want to marry.
Of course.
I think my sister should be able to also, and she chooses to subscribe to not. You know what I mean? And following, and that's fine and dandy, but I know Muslim men that aren't good Muslim men or fathers or husbands. And just because you're Muslim doesn't make you're wholesome. You're going to do the right things, you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
And so we'll see, and I can see myself being monogamous in one relationship, but we'll see what happens. I want to provide for people.
Do y'all think later on along the line that polyamorous will become like something in the United States? Like it'll be open, right?
I don't think so.
Where we're going?
We're heading that way.
I think
it's going to be more respected or more. It's taboo. It's definitely out there, but at the end of the day, I definitely think. Come on. Look.
But I'm saying on the woman's side, we always see men with multiple girlfriends.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Even if it become legal here, I don't think men.
To tell you the truth,
in this generation is going to be.
I'm okay with it, except for the fact that I also know I can give a lot. Yeah. And so, like, maybe we're in this relationship, and you probably go. You know, like it depends on what you're looking for. I just know that. I don't know how I would. feel about that situation. I just feel that like it would be not on my terms. We'd have that conversation. Mm-hmm. This is something called sexual economics. If there's 10 people in a room, is that a sign you guys do? No. Oh, you just passed my bad. If there's 10 women in a room and I ask all 10 to have sex with me, 7 will probably say yes, or 6 or 4.
Damn,
you know what I'm trying to say?
I might get 1.5, maybe. Me personally.
You might get so let's just round up to 2, okay? All right,
now she might just give him head, but no cap.
That's fair. So 3. Nah, it's basically if everybody said no, then you got to do a little bit different. You got to work a little bit harder. But the fact of the matter is, somebody's gonna want what they want, and that's fair. Meaning, if I was to go down that very different route, I would want to be with 4 women that wanted just to be with me. But if they wanted to be with other women, then that's cool. And they don't got to bring the women into this party necessarily, if that makes sense. I don't need no other dicks in the situation.
Gotcha.
But if they wanted to do it, that's cool. And I probably would have to decide on what I needed to do. Because at the end of the day, I'm also not a child.
That's a fact.
And like, I'm going to be mad at you because you fucked somebody before me or something else after. Like, it's just deeper than that. Like, 100%. I don't know. I just see things so much deeper. You know what I mean? And like,
you're mature about this.
And this is going to sound wild because it's not necessarily true, but I might not be able to scratch that itch that somebody else could be. I might be able to dick it down, but I might not have the emotional capacity for you to do something else.
100%.
And that's kind of what I love about that part. So now we got a bunch of land. We're doing these things. Our kids are learning together. We can't fuck with the world like that, but you're taken care of. I'm raising our children. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Just be loyal. Don't steal. You know what I'm trying to say? Follow the 10 Commandments. Let's get it popping and raise our children properly.
Got you. Okay.
You know, we'll see.
Hey, I'm with you.
I
don't think it'll happen for me in the perfect world. But in the perfect
world.
Right.
Miss, I want to have 10 kids over here. She fucking, she want to have 10 kids, 5 different baby daddies. I don't think they all going to be in the same house together, if I'm being honest. That's just tough. That's a hard ass for 5 different
I know for sure I can convince 2 people.
I know for sure it's easier for women. Bro, man, this is our culture. This is our culture anyway.
For women. That's what I said.
It's easier for women.
I think it's easier for women. Because niggas...
To do what?
He says he wants 4 wives. Like, you could have 4 husbands and they all can just be chill with each other. Women, I don't think they'll always try to compete.
No.
Men will just be like, you know what?
Because you know what men say? I don't want to share. I don't like sharing. It's not sharing.
To a certain extent, until the ones are like, nah, I'm good.
No.
Listen, Ali, I don't know if you've ever been a side nigga, but I have. And it's the perfect fucking place.
But that's not side. My 4 men are my 4 men. And it's separate. But we're in the same house.
Okay.
And they don't have nobody else but me.
They're gonna need their own space.
Your pussy is gonna get worked. Just know that.
Different days.
Okay.
Imagine if you want to have sex. Now think. I'm glad we're having this conversation.
Yeah, of course.
Someone with one person could have sex 25 times a week. You can still have sex 25 times a week with different penises.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It could be 5 days a week, and we're like, we're good. I'm trying to fuck 5 days a week. I got 5 different dudes. So it can happen, and there's people out there that will accept that world. Now, will it be the ones that you want? And that's the thing, the 20/80 rule or whatever.
My type of niggas ain't gonna go for that.
But
I got 2.
I know a couple of Uncle White dudes that might enjoy.
No, I'm gonna see. That's what I'm saying. No,
you gotta understand.
I got 2. I can convince.
If guy 1
because of how much they love me
on Friday and guy 2 want to fuck on Friday, like you gonna have to be giving out so much pussy. Like it's
okay, but I already thought about it, so I'm willing. I'm willing to do that because I already
put your pussy through that.
Yeah, but those are my 4.
I respect it.
Okay.
I already know the choice.
I want her to do this. Listen, I pray.
I would love to
to God that now He gets her wish. I pray because I want to. Because I think it's doable. But her pussy is gonna go through so much, bro.
I want 10 kids. My pussy already gonna be worn out.
Your pussy is gonna be crazy.
I respect.
I want 10 kids back to back.
Time out. Never mind.
Year after year.
We're live. This is amazing.
So could you?
I think those Sour Patch Kids just kicked in.
Could you?
Are you good though?
I'm great. No, I'm kidding. This is amazing.
Could you fuck with somebody or date a woman that has a completely different political views than you?
Yeah.
Total opposite.
Like complete.
Not
opposite.
different. Opposite.
A Trump supporter, basically.
Because opposite means opposite of what you believe.
I could fuck somebody like that. I don't think I could be in a relationship with them. No.
Okay.
I couldn't be in a relationship with someone that didn't understand why my Black Lives Matter.
There we go.
Where's my bracelet? Oh, damn. I'm always wearing my bracelet. I support Black lives. You know what I mean? It's just like, if you don't understand that, and trust me, I get it. If you're poor and you're white and you've been living like us, you're Black, bro, for the most part. And I get you're not. Yeah. I think racial identity is going to be something of the newer things. If I can identify as X, Y, and Z, why?
I literally was thinking about this the other day.
Really?
Because the episode that we did, you know what I'm saying? Soon it's gonna be like that, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm okay with it.
I don't know.
I was gonna bring it up. I actually have. She's done more for. I'm not okay with all the Black people that don't want to support nobody because they're tired of this or tired of that, but don't do nothing. So Rachel did a lot. NAACP has not been popping since her. And the NAACP been going through a lot. And so, no, I think it's weird. The passing is whack. But I haven't been supported in the ways I need to be supported, not just by Black people for a long time. I didn't see her taking that from nobody. But I can get why it could be bad. You know what I'm trying to say? And don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, if you're going to do other shit, like, you never met that white person that's, or that light skin or that passing Spanish person that's more about it than some of the brothers and sisters you know?
Yeah, but my thing is this. Why can't you be you?
Yeah.
And be you? Why you gotta say I'm Black?
I look at Black as also other.
Well, I look at it as like a compliment. Like, you want to be Black. Like, no,
of course. Yeah. I'm saying, listen, we
being
shit.
Black.
We killing the music, the athletic. We killing everything. Of course.
I just look at it, but I get what you're saysaying, like about somebody. You know what I'm saying, with the because nowadays appropriation is a big word that's always thrown around. Cultural appropriation and things of that nature. To me, if you want to be something else, granted, you might not be there, but I mean, what's wrong? You can read the books, study the people, the language.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I mean,
because now you're trying to, not that you're forcing yourself to be something, but if right now people who are in the LGBT community, they say, I was born like this. This is who I am. I was born like this. You can't be. You going to try to learn about Black stuff and to act as so, you know what I'm saying? To learn to act, how to act, that's not really who you are. Now, if you go and live your life and it just so happened to look the same way as every other Black person, okay, cool, because that's who you are. Yeah. But if you're going to
that's not identifying.
If you're gonna study it to try to act like, they say Black people walk like that. Let me practice my walk in the mirror. No, I don't like.
No, I think it's almost like, but this is the thing, right? Like, if I wanted to be trans or if I identified as a female, that's different because you feel that. And that's almost like you're leaving up to the trust thing. Where if the dude, White Mike, identifies as being Black because White Mike grew up in the hood and he passes, right? You know what I'm trying to say? He's the type of person that would never say, I'm Black, though.
Everybody else is saying.
You get what I'm trying to say? That type of shit. Where it's like, okay, that little boy or that whatever, like, might be identifying as something else, whatever. I don't know. Like, I don't really know how it works, and I'm learning. And I can be honest and open to say there's a lot that I'm trying to learn. I'm not super excited about it. I guess I'm looking at it as it's going to happen.
We have an episode with somebody. So
okay, I'll tap in. Yeah. I got to tap in a lot more, and I'm excited. Like, Amira told me how popping you guys are. I see the stuff, but it's just like,
You busy.
We understand. Listen, we understand. We get it. But we do have an episode with a trans individual.
I'm looking forward to it. And when I do tap in, you'll know. I'll be sharing it all the time.
We ask some really tough questions, We let him know that, listen, because, again, a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff is misinformation and miseducation. Like, again, there were things that I don't know. I want to ask these questions because, and it's not at the end of the day, right. I just want to know for my own sake. Again, I don't care what he does in her life, what she does in her life, with this person, with that person. It doesn't affect me. But what I'm saying is that so that I can be more conscious and more aware. Because like I said, if there are words like, for example, I use the F word a lot, faggot, stuff like that. Like, I've had conversations with people that, to me, I'm just saying that's just the word that I use. But to them, say, Rich, that's offensive. You know what I'm saying? And, checking your friends and stuff like that. Nasi checks me all the time,
that's not even my...
Exactly, and that's not even her to me.
Yeah, I called the F word.
But she has to because she feels, I'm saying that, and I get it.
But it's also because I don't accept and I don't tolerate people that are not Black saying the N-word.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
I used to fight over it. I've yapped a lot of people over it, and I felt the younger friends of mine allowed that shit to happen a lot. But at the end of the day, then I realized I can't be beating everybody up. I remember my friends are Albanian. I tried to tell them about it, and they were like, yo, we grew up in the Bronx, and like every time it came out of their mouth, I would always say something for a while. But then he was just like, this is what we grew up, this is how we grew up, this is who we grew up around. Like,
see, my thing is what I always say, you can do what you want, but when you around me, you're going to respect my space.
Yeah.
So you're not going to say that around me.
Mm-hmm.
Even to strangers, there's been many times where I had to check somebody in high school. I hear a white girl behind me say, yo, don't say that.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do. You standing right next to me. I don't play that. You say it again.
I love that energy.
You say it again, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna check.
I love
you.
the energy.
That's gonna be that. I've sat outside the Commons. A group of boys walking by, and I hear him say it. I'm on the phone. Hold on, because I heard him say it the first time, and I said, you know what, Nasi, mind your business. Don't get into it with nobody for no. You know what I'm saying? Then I say, yo, if they say it again, I'm gonna say something. Said it again. Why are you saying that? You're not black. Yes, I am. You're not black. Come on, you're not finna fool me. You're okay. You're brown skin, but you're not black. And you're like Indian or Ethiopian or something like that. And you're around these white boys, and you got one little black friend who's probably not really black.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So you think you okay? Oh yeah, I grew up. I say this all the time. These are my friends. I don't care what they say. Don't say that.
I push it
that
further.
That can get you fucked up.
I was raised, none of us should be saying. I do say it more than I should be.
Exactly. And I said the same. I shouldn't even say it, but if anybody's going to say it, it's going to be a black person.
I would actually rather us not use it because it's not creative. How come black people say nigger, essentially? Because at the end of the day, people always say nigga, but Southern people call niggers nigga. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just an A and an ER switch. It's the same terminology, ignorant person.
Different.
It's different because we choose for it to be. But crackers don't call each other cracker. Jews don't call each other kika. Spics don't say spicka. But we do bitch and fag. And so the three marginalized people, the gay people, the fucking women, and the blacks call each other the same derogatory names that keep us fucking low. You know what I'm trying to say? You don't hear Italians call each other goombas or fucking niggers. They were in ghettos too, and the moment they got to be white, they were white. And that's my thing. I wish we could be more creative. I say my neighbor, trying to be better. You know what I'm trying to say? We could be so much more creative. But then again, the media, and it's like, oh, it's easy to rhyme all this stuff, and let's keep bogging everybody down with the same thing. It's hard for me. I don't like any celebrity. Because they really, yeah, you sold crack to us, but 444 came out too late. And you know what I'm trying to say? And like, you still perpetuate all this bullshit.
Nobody want to listen to that. He should have did that then.
Come on. And then people say, oh, they weren't ready. No, they're not ready for me.
So many millionaires.
Come on.
If that would have.
They listened to it like it was gold, but pick up a motherfucking book. True. Like, come on. 100%. You know what I'm saying? And we really kill ourselves. And it's hard. It hurts. It's really hurtful because it's like, they're not doing anything to us anymore. Yeah. Honestly, they're not doing anything to us anymore that we're not allowing. It's really sad. And I'm not talking about the killing, and I'm not talking about the abuse of power. There's too many of us. Let's get that poor white boy that can't say the N-word to show up with us because they live in like real niggerish now, ignorantly, and they're voting against their own values. You know what I'm saying? And you're voting against your values. You don't like us, but we're growing up the same. Shit don't like me, but at the end of the day, we still need to get our shit together. Same issues. Same issues. 11,000 bags or pounds of heroin in Port Jervis, and there's 8,000 people that live there. Not 8,000 of us. And them drugs is coming from somewhere. Rainbow Coalition shit, Fred Hampton shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need help. They need services. They need an MU down there, too. You might be melanin deficient, but we got y'all. You know what I'm saying? And don't say the N-word. You don't got to be black. But you need help. You need services. You need something.
Yeah, I think I kind of, you know, Nasi and I have spoke on this and stuff, and I kind of always looked at it differently because I was raised around all ethnicities of people. And I don't I don't discriminate with my use of the N-word towards anybody. I call everybody nigga. So that was always that was just my thought process. Again, you know, if you don't like it, okay, fine. Yeah. You know, we can definitely have a conversation about it. But it's like, I always called everybody nigga. And I always knew that there was a difference between someone saying, oh, you fucking nigger, and then, yo, you my nigga. But, you know, I'm saying, if I were to speak with someone like you, and you're saying it has the same, you know, detrimental whatever, or, you know, the same connotation to it, you know, maybe that's something I don't have to think about.
And I'm sorry, when it's laid down that way, watch Django, just rewatch Django or watch any Southern thing, or the way they say it. You know what I'm trying to say, and how they say it, like
context clues.
Yeah, that's all I mean by that. Because the hard ER always, but that hard GA is sometimes could just drive the same pain through you. You know what I mean?
My thing is, again, I was around many different people. You know what I'm saying? I went I went to a white school, a predominantly white elementary school. Yes, but when I got off the bus from that elementary school, I got dropped off in the hood, back around my people. So I know who I was. You feel me? But I have a cousin. I don't know if you know Timmy.
Yeah, Timmy in the movement, like around here.
Yeah. That's my family.
You're from Newburgh?
Yeah, that's my family.
Oh, he ran for office.
That's my family, exactly.
Drop the mixtape.
He's
the one. He's in my opinion, he's an actual trailblazer.
He's going far, yeah.
I think, and I'm sorry to cut you off. The real life Superman. What's his name? Oh man, why am I messing up? Angel. I studied when I ran for mayor of Newburgh. I made sure I studied the work that they put out, and I followed the work that they put out. That's your cousin?
Yeah, my
Rest
family,
in peace.
My blood, same everything. That's my blood. But growing up, Timmy always been like that. So he used to pop it. He used to get on us. Don't say that word. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, we laughing and joking and say it around him. But he taught us very young. He taught us boxing, all that shit. You feel me? So he was Moorish American. You know what I'm saying? Certain terms that we grew up and he taught us that. So yes, I was around all those, you know, different races of people, but I already knew that I wasn't supposed to say it. So if I'm not supposed to say it, I know that I have more right to say it than you, and you're not black.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But I know I'm not supposed to say it. Again, that's my family. He was like that. You know what I'm saying? He taught us at a very young age, don't say that shit.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And I try to minimize it, but the difference of the thing what you're saying is you call everybody nigga regardless of who it is.
Yeah, regardless.
Nigga, to me, nigga doesn't mean a black person.
Right. Neither.
That's not what it means. So yeah, you could call white person, that's my nigga. That don't mean that they're black.
But when you say it that way, now we have a problem.
Because they think.
You know what I'm saying?
They think I'm giving them the pass.
No, not you. I mean them. That black kid is saying the N-word and stuff like that as if it's for black people. You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
But it doesn't.
Means
the
ignorant
definition
person.
doesn't mean black to me.
It means ignorant person. By definition, it means ignorant person. But they make.
But what definition? Because somebody made the dictionary.
A white man.
Exactly. Somebody made a person.
We're agreeing here.
Everything we're saying, somebody made. So why is that your definition? You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You can kind of change it and make it whatever you want it to be.
Which is kind of what people have tried to do.
Yeah.
You know, like
you gotta
make it a
term,
make it a term of endearment. But no, it used to mean, it means ignorant person. They use it for poor people. They use it to segregate, and it's just there's just so many other words. You know what I mean?
And Amir kind of instilled that in us to say king, queen, boss.
But there's people that will say, "Don't call me a king or queen because that's imperialistic and they're bad." They'll say, "Don't be a boss because bosses aren't leaders." There are people that don't be a leader, lead.
It's a problem with everything.
We get semantics and break down everything. At the end of the day, do your best.
Call them their name.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, don't fucking call me my name or whatever. Like, you know, at the end of the day, just do you, be respectful, because we can break down everything, right? You call king or queen the wrong person and they're not because of their pronouns. Understanding people's pronouns more at first, 6 months ago, I did not get it fully. But now I might not say he, him, but I'd rather know yours. It makes it better. It makes it more comfortable for me. If I know that your pronouns are something else, it makes it much easier for me to call you Sib than bro and offend you. And now I offended you and you're not able to put no work. My thing is I'm more intellectual than emotional, and I'm very expressive. We have so much work to do. And that, I love the Drake line, I'm way more gully than buddy. Like, it's just, like, we got work to do. Like, leave all that other shit alone and let's work. But respectfully, I want to know who you are, or at least as much as I can about you, so that way I'm not going to do something to disrespect you.
Exactly.
There's no reason to do that. We got shit to do.
No, it's a fact, 100%.
You know?
And I feel like the work is more important than, like I said, because if I make you feel uncomfortable or I offend you, now you feel like, damn, I can't be around this person. Now the work is affected. No, it's about the work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I got a question. Would you, we had spoke on you, do you have any children?
No.
No? Okay. Well, if you do want to have children, would you push them to be in politics or be a politician or do, higher work?
Become the new champ. The new champ for the people.
Exactly, be the new people's champ.
I would love to leave a lineage for my children, but I want them to be able to do whatever they want.
Okay.
It's hard. It's scary. I would love for them to be that. We need to take up all these positions. There's so many positions for us. So I wouldn't tell them not to. I don't believe half the things people say about politics. Oh, you're gonna be corrupt if you do this, or man, you're gonna be this if you do that, or you're gonna lose this, and see. Bullshit. You're gonna lose. You're gonna be. I don't even know. This is so ignorant. You got to stay humble. You got to be from the ground up. And I know for a fact that I could raise young, good public servants, but it's their choice.
That's so fun.
And I also know that I'll have the means, so they might be superstars. They might be stud athletes. They're gonna have all the best of everything, and hopefully still be gritty. That's what's. I'm not worried about that. I hope they're not fucking soft. I hope they're not selfish. I hope they're not, you know what I mean? Like all these other things. Because I was privileged, and I didn't grow up like Amir did. Shout out to Amir. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't grow up, but I also didn't grow up
like Amir.
Nah, I always mess with him because he grew up nice. He grew up well.
Oh, I get on him all the time.
Yeah, he grew up not missing a meal. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I didn't miss a meal, but Ahmad, and I hate to throw them out there like that, and I compare purposely. Ahmad grew up a lot harder. You know what I'm saying? And it's just very different. And so I'm in the middle of them.
Gotcha.
And I just hope that but Amir is not a sweat, he's not whack. He's not a slump, a slouch. He's on point. You would have never known that shit unless you drove to his crib or some shit. And so it's just
I could tell.
And so it's interesting. I would say that I would love for them to follow my footsteps. I follow my father's footsteps, but then again, they might be teachers or imams or something like that. If they're helping lead people, my father said human service is the best service us Muhammad's can do. If they get into human service, I'm with the shits. And if they decide not to, then I'm going to support them in anything they want to do. We're going to get the weed popping. You know what I'm trying to say? We're going to have our farms. We're going to have our distribution. We're going to have our businesses. And if that's what they want to do, then they could do that. You know what I'm trying to say? I just think that they could be elected officials and public servants and do that.
So now, I just want to ask you quick, because you say your name a lot. That was your birth given name. You didn't change your name.
I was born Tawfiq Ali Muhammad. Okay. I flipped it when I moved to Beacon because I didn't want them to call me the freak. So it was Ali T. Muhammad. I still go by Ali Tawfiq Muhammad.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Tawfiq is a gift from God.
I like that.
And Ali is one who will excel, and Muhammad is praiseworthy. And so it's names. I'm big on names meaning a lot, and also what is in a name. Be the person. You know?
And your parents gave you that name.
Yeah, I was born Muslim.
I believe that people who are named certain things, they become that.
One who will excel.
I believe.
A gift from God. You know what I mean? And so it's at least something to aspire to, at least, or something.
Of course.
It shouldn't.
Purpose, I feel like. It gives you a sense of purpose.
It can.
Okay.
Unless you name your kid something.
Apple.
Well, I'm saying, say you name your kid Star and they're fucking bum.
Apple. Somebody named their kid Apple, one of these white people on Hollywood, and it's not even a white person thing. But yeah, Elon Musk named his kid at first. He named him a bunch of numbers or some shit. It was kind of trippy.
But I'm saying, you name your kid Star and they're a fucking bum. Then what? What if they don't become a star? It's fucked up, right?
What if you name him Mercedes and he drive? I don't know. Who knows? But
wait, hold on. Before you get one thing you said about them being soft and stuff like that. I'm on the same type of time. Fuck, I'm sending my kids to Newburgh every summer. You heard?
Let's go to work.
So they could get
every summer.
You have work to do. I'm sending you down south to grandma and grandpa.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn Islam. You're gonna do your work. You're gonna come home with me. We're gonna be cleaning up. I'm gonna teach you how to garden. I'm gonna teach you all these things. We're gonna be cleaning up. You're gonna hear me speak. I watch my friend's kids a couple times a week for her, and she's a white girl. She has 2 black children, and it's a platonic relationship. I don't think I overcommitted. There's a lot.
All right.
I want to do what the prophet did, and he took kids in, and he didn't adopt them, but like he helped. I'm retired. I have the time. I'm not in a relationship. I want to help. She's a great person. She needs help.
She's a single parent?
She's a single parent.
I was going to say that because that's what I mean about interracial relationship. It's just certain things. She can't teach them boys how to be black men in America.
I feel that strongly.
She cannot.
And so who's supposed to do that? Somebody ought to. Can do it right now.
You're not supposed to.
I'm not supposed to, but somebody needs to.
He should. Yeah,
Imagine
he should.
if the community really did that.
Yeah.
I don't want to start a daycare necessarily, but like this is what's needed. She's dope and she's a good person, but there's also probably 1,000 other single parents that need that type of help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what's crazy? I met this mixed kid. From Newburgh, went to school with him. His mom is white, his dad is black. Mm-hmm. He don't fuck black girls. That really I don't date black. I want to fuck up. I don't date black girls. I don't like black. Yeah, like that. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, my mother's black.
Like, and that's his preference. You know? That's his preference. Yeah. But it just made me feel away. Like, it really, like, he kind of was like, I think he said that, like, the most they could do is suck his dick. That's kind of disrespectful.
That's a little disrespect.
Yeah, like he was really like on some, and I'm like, bro, you're black. I wonder
why though.
You're black.
But
now look at it. His father is a black man who married a white woman, had a kid with a white woman. So I feel like he's just following his dad. Maybe.
Was his father in his life? You know, I
think so.
Was he disrespectful to women?
Yeah, I don't know all of that, but I just know when that was the first time I ever heard some shit like that, and I was like, wow, that's so crazy. Like that's weird. Like you're black. So whatever you're saying about them is, nigga, that's you.
Or your daughter.
Yeah. Yes, that's you.
Ignorance.
That's you.
It is.
He's a nigga.
No,
I'm sorry.
So what's your current relationship status?
I'm single.
You single?
Yeah.
Single. Now, are you actively looking, or if something comes?
I think I'm emotionally unavailable.
But you can be physically available.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying, hey, let's be real. Shit,
I can be extremely physically available. By the time this airs, I'll probably extremely be still very available. I care about people. I care about love. And I don't know. I want to help. And I can help in a lot of different ways. But also, like, I don't want to hurt.
Of course.
I was in a long relationship, and
I knew there had to be some pain in there. I knew it.
You know, and it's just
how long?
I say 6 years, but it was only 3.5, and I liked her for a long time. And like I'm a Casanova if I really enjoy you, and like
love. That's the name of my son.
Casanova.
One of my sons.
Yeah.
Casanova.
That's what's up.
His future son.
Hopefully he can tap in.
Yeah, future.
It's not about fucking and dating a bunch of people, but actually honing in on that love.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta find
You know what I mean?
That's my song.
But, so do you feel like, I just want to ask this question, this is kind of low, but like, have you felt like, because of the way you are, because remember, you said you kind of picked back up between 21 and 23, and now you've been, for the last 10 years, like, have you felt like intimate relationships have been a little tough because you do give so much of yourself to, whether it be the community, to the, to the word, or what you're doing, the movement,
Simple answer is yes.
Okay.
Wholeheartedly. It eludes me. And for everybody that's ever loved me, they'd love me. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot. A woman once said to me this past year that I'm for the world, or I'm of the world. And for us, the way if I hear that growing up, it's like, oh, they're for the world. That's like they're a hoe.
You're a treat.
Yeah, for the streets.
Yeah.
For the streets.
Community dick.
But she didn't mean it that way, and she totally didn't mean it this way. Mm-hmm. And so like I'm hearing it, and it's just like, nah. I am for the world. Mm-hmm. And unless she was being super slick, no. But no, I gotta ask now. I just can't. Yeah, I don't know. It's really difficult. I don't want to hurt nobody, but I can if the time's right, and I got to be in the right position. I know that when I win this seat, I'll be in a much better place.
For sure.
And I also know that stubbornness, I know what I want.
Yeah.
And so like, I know that I need that, you know what I mean? And I'm not willing to sacrifice, somebody else's time and love if they can't, right? If they can't do that. It's not fair. I'm not trying to spark that shit. No.
Speaking of word.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yo, this is great.
Yeah, just to me, it looks like you said, you know yourself, and you're honest with yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you don't lie to yourself.
And I don't lie to women. I don't lie to. I'm heterosexual. I'm cis. For a long time, I stopped lying to women because it doesn't make no sense. I'm not lying to myself. I'm not lying to my parents. I'm gonna be as honest as possible. That's possible.
It's the best way to live.
Because what the fuck else reason? What for what? So you didn't have a conniption because I lied about something for you, and you're in my space. And I don't say this as a man. I say that as like it's my space.
Yes,
it's my. I've been living on my own for over a decade. Like I pay my bills. Like this is my space that we're sharing, or whatever. I don't need to walk on tippy toes or eggshells or try to hide stuff from someone else. And if you don't like what I'm sharing with you, you get to choose.
Don't have to be here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't have to be here.
You can choose to be here.
Exactly.
And you might try to change certain things, and that's not going to be the case. And that's tough too, because when it doesn't happen the other way. My ex and I, one of the small things that became a bigger thing was when we first started dating, didn't want to have kids and get married, and I had lost that feeling or passion. And that's how we got together. And then years later, I'm like, yo, this shit is lit. She thought it was lit too, but for us, and I'm thinking, like, let's do a family. And like, and that was part of it. There was a lot of other things that went south, but like, there's a lot of other things that didn't. And I respect the fact that she was just good on what she had said. It's heartbreaking.
But see, it's like that. And I've been in situations like that. And that's why I try to say, you gotta really deep down inside know what it is. So like me, I don't want a relationship. I'm focused on my future. So if I meet somebody,
That's not your boyfriend?
no. Everybody thinks that. I've been getting that for years.
That's our cameraman.
Yo, it's lit.
That's more.
But I don't want a relationship. And I know that, you know what I'm saying? Now, if I meet somebody and, you know, we dealing and we have what we have, and I feel as though I know this person, I know I still don't want a relationship. I'm going to let them know, listen, I don't want a relationship. We could do what we do, this is that, but I don't want to be in a relationship. Definitely not right now.
100%.
Now, if I meet somebody else and I feel different with them, I would say, listen, I don't want a relationship, but there's a possibility that later my feelings might change because of who you are.
But you got a better knowledge of who you are.
That's what I'm saying. You got to know that. You got to know the possibilities with who and understand the relationship and how that person make you feel.
It's funny, the boy's mom, and I can't believe I'm saying this, and I don't know when it airs what's going to happen, but like I also told her, like, she likes me, she loves me. You know what I mean? At least.
Gotcha.
I don't know where we're going to be, and I don't know what that means, like, except for the fact that I can see you in my future, but it doesn't mean we're going to be together. And being articulate and being clear.
Gotta be transparent. Very transparent.
And so you got to be okay with that, though. And if you're not, I understand where you're coming from, but like, because for me to lie to you, that's not fair.
Yeah, facts. Because it was like, it's like you're holding her hostage because she's sitting here waiting for you to change, or she thinks that the time will change it. And no, you're just being honest with her. Like, listen.
You lay it all out there.
Exactly.
And they get to choose. And then you get situations that might seem weird, they're not so weird. Because at the end of the day, I'm here for these black boys. These black boys need a father figure in their life. And I shouldn't even say that. I take that back because that's not even fair. I'm not their father figure. These black boys need a black man in their life. Period. You know what I mean? And they deserve that. And I fuck with you and you're a good person and you're my friend and we can go from there. I'm not trying to be in a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship. Because I know that I need to go to therapy. I need to take care of certain things. I need to accumulate more wealth. I need to visit my parents more. Like, there's a bunch of things that I want to do first before I get there, especially because I spent time in a relationship over the past couple of years. The past decade, I've been in a couple 3-year relationships, and it's just like, that energy is real. And so now I need to continue spending time for myself. And I might pull a George Clooney or something. I don't know, but I need to do other things. You know what I'm trying to say? And I've tried it this way, and it's painful for some people, but also it's like, now again, you get to choose. What do you want to do? Balls in your court. You want some dick? You want to hang out? You want to chill? You want to talk? You want to vibe? What do you want to do? You know what I'm trying to say? And we'll see where things go. But also, if the shit's not clicking, like, I've been there too. And maybe sparks aren't great because sparks go out. But I also know, like, that what that flame feels like.
That's a fact.
What's your ideal woman that you need? Not that you want, that you need.
I don't think I've ever thought of that.
Really?
That's good.
I like you.
I like me too.
Now that I know you're not his girlfriend.
I knew it. We was here.
He's the most savage.
We was here.
Ever come on the
Bro,
show.
we was here. So funny that we talking on that time. So being who you are and how you move and the things that you do and stuff like that. Do you ever mix business with pleasure? You have? You have or you would? Excuse me. Let me differentiate.
I live my life at the best of the fullest. I think life is about business and pleasure.
Okay.
I'm single for a reason. I think there's a lot of different stuff out there, but would it make sense to be married and fucking people? You know what I'm trying to say? If that's, it doesn't make sense. Some people do the things. I think there's a thing called power fucking. You know what I mean?
Power fucking? What you mean by that?
Fucking powerful people or so-called powerful people or people that perceive to be powerful people or influential and things like that. And that's real. Okay. In every field, on every level. Mm-hmm. And I believe deeper in, like, the sexual exchange and the energy exchanges are very real and serious. Yeah. And I'm actually more into the intellectual and the spiritual connections and intimacy. I love sex, don't get me wrong. But like,
we love when you first put it in. Like, damn.
Yo, so and if you can do all that and some, then that's even better. Like, and it's important. But yeah, I mix business and pleasure. You could say that.
Ooh, okay. So funny that because I don't mind mixing a little bit.
Amir doesn't like that shit.
Yeah, Amir does not. Amir is
he's adamantly against. He had a bad experience, I think.
So let's say you was at a protest, right? You at a protest and stuff like that. You see a very, young black lady. Would you?
Let's say you're in a different state.
Yeah, let's say you're in a different state.
Protest at a different state.
Protesting. Let's say you protested.
That's a good one.
Yeah, in Georgia or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You protesting in Georgia. You see a nice young lady. You're like, wow. She's very. You know what I'm saying? Then you start talking to her. You're like, wow, she's very intellectual. Blah blah blah. Would you shoot your shot at the protest?
I really try not to shoot my shot while I'm working. And I know it's just a big, like, that's different. Like, politics is also different. And like, and you got to have this air of not like being a savage, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would. Not maybe at the protest while we're out there, because I like to be on point and not distracted. But yeah, I would afterwards, possibly if I'm in Georgia. If I was in New York, I don't think I would.
But that's what I'm saying. Because if you're not going to see them again, you kind of got to take that shot. You got to take that shot. Because you might miss.
And you vibe, you click or whatever. Yeah. It's just like, there's just something about it. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm out in the movement, when I'm out I'm very trying to be on point. Mm-hmm. And the sex and that stuff can mess you up. You know what I mean? Really honey traps, all that type of stuff.
Traps.
Ooh, honey traps. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm with you. Because I've always been a proponent. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Facts.
But
there are certain shots that you got to take, though. Again, if you feel like you're not going to see them, you might miss your blessing.
I ain't going to lie. Yeah, it's tough. It's a sticky situation.
It is.
In that case, let me just get your Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Let's build. Yeah, let's talk. Let's connect.
Yeah. Let me get your Instagram.
Let's see. Vetting. Yeah.
Because if she's not on that type of time, then who said? Then listen, we could just be good business
exploitation.
Now you got another follower.
Yeah,
you
get another follower. One of my favorite rappers said, "You get more fans the more women you fuck."
That's very
Cameron
true.
said that.
That's true. I love Cameron.
You love Cameron?
Yeah. You like Cameron?
He's my guy.
Oh, I love Cameron.
Dipset?
Yeah,
I was a Joel's fan.
Better rapper, obviously, but put it together. He put Cam, you know what I'm saying?
I was a Joel's fan.
Amir's Joel's.
That's because you don't know Cam. You just know, hey, my Cam.
You on Happy Scrappy? I met George Pataki, and I got to recite, you on Happy Scrappy? I got Pataki at me. Bitches say I'm tacky daddy.
You look like Laffy Taffy.
He said, ice like Winnipeg, Gemstones, Flintstones. You could say I'm friends with Fred. Yo, Cam, man, kill a damn. It's interesting. I'm very wary of getting caught up in some shit too, though.
Of course.
And so that's the thin line, right? You gotta vet people quickly.
Especially nowadays with the whole Me Too thing going on and stuff. I mean, shit, in some instances, you can't even really compliment a woman anymore. You
respectfully,
know what I'm saying? Yeah, respectfully. Like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm just saying. I'm just being real.
Because what can be taken wrong?
Well, I'm just saying. I've seen it.
What's something that's not wrong that could be taken wrong?
I'm saying, like, maybe in the workplace or thing, like you said, oh, you look nice today or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then
I can't technically compliment you on your clothes or your outfit or your lip gloss or your hair or something like that if somebody took it the wrong way. I flipped a girl's hair by accident, meaning like we were leaving a meeting and I was giving an example of something and I flipped her hair and she didn't think of it was weird, but like she made a comment about it and I was like, yo, your word. I get that. Like, I got to be careful because if she ever tried to say something wild, she couldn't. But like, then again, it's like,
why'd you touch her?
Yeah. And then at the end of the day, you never get your reputation back.
I don't agree with that.
I just
if you did some shit, like again, it's like, what you gonna run down on me because I flipped her hair?
No.
You know what I'm trying to say? But now you're doing some fuck shit when you're doing the wrong shit or and I wasn't say those white boys, but you know that one like that type of those people that are doing the wrong shit.
That's a fact.
Like those stereotypical types of people. Like again, they're getting caught up in that stuff. Like I stay away from doubtful matter, so I'm not trying to, if you work with me or if you work for me or something like that, I'm not trying to necessarily fuck you, and stuff like that. But then again, it's just like the way I had to train myself and be disciplined as a young black public servant is, and being exploited, working in Dogwood and white women kissing me on the mouth while I'm a server and things like that, and being exploited, being in the Black Lives Matter movement and white women wanting to fuck just because, we're here. Like, you got to be aware of that type of stuff and be on guard. And I don't know. I've just stayed really mindful of that, and it causes it's just whack to know that like people will either try to use you for whatever you have to gain.
100%.
Now you have dealt with white women sexually. Mm-hmm. Okay. Have you had any weird or strange request, like
from white women or in general?
Yeah, white women, like in the bedroom.
I've had some strange requests from women, not just white or just specifically white.
I'm saying
women.
like something like if she said, "Call me."
Oh.
Yeah, or
colonizer.
Reparations. I probably have said wilder things than most people. I've said the reparations line quite a bit. It's going to get me in trouble.
Whoa, Ali, you wow.
Pushing, you got to push sometimes.
Wow, boy.
Yo.
Hey, my question is, would you role play? No.
There's not a slight, and that's fair. And I should have probably I wasn't a gentleman there. I wasn't being a gentleman there. Finish, please. Go ahead, please finish.
Would you role play as MLK or Malcolm X or any black?
I should have let you finish.
Powerful man.
With a white woman or in general?
Both.
I think that I love myself enough to want to maybe role play about me in the future. I've never thought about that with somebody else. Sounds fun.
It does.
It sounds very fun.
I'm just thinking, I have a dream that one day I will tap that ass.
Listen.
Up and down.
Yo, Malcolm got it popping too. Malcolm got it popping too.
From listening to Ali shit. MLK was getting that much. He was fucking shit.
He was definitely doing some outlandish things. I think.
But if somebody who's not black requests that for you, how would you?
That's why they ask. No, I don't think I would be okay with it.
Yeah, that's a little taboo. I ain't gonna lie.
I think if I initiated something like that, but I don't know. Like, I'm not that trippy. Meaning, like, to me, like, I'm good on the role play stuff, cosplay, any type of stuff like that. And I don't know, maybe I'm going too deep into it, but like, I don't really get into that. Like, I haven't really gotten into that, so it's not something that's ever been asked of me. I do think I've been exploited. I do think women like black guys. You know what I mean? I do think people like people that they seem to have influence or something like that. And I think people also just generate to like gravitate and like who I am as a good person. And I think a lot of people view me as not a savage, or a freak.
Hey, I learned.
Yeah,
I learned today.
Now that you're saying that, I mean, you know what I'm saying, not only you being black, but also you being a Muslim. You know what I mean?
100%.
I've seen
stuff a lot. I'm definitely not doing certain things I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, listen,
by the way of the prophet.
They have a whole, not to sound crazy, but a whole category of that on Pornhub and stuff. You know.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, with like the
I didn't know that.
Yeah, with like the Muslim dudes and stuff like white women who meet Muslim
You be watching
guys.
that?
But, I mean, no, you see it, like, you know what I'm saying? And then they have like the girls getting, you know, no disrespect, but fuck with like hijabs on.
That has crossed my thing once. That was kind of wild. I didn't click on that shit.
Yeah,
But
it's very tough. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect everybody's religion if that's what you believe in. I think that's just a little too far for me.
it's interesting that people will go that far.
Yeah.
I just think that some people will push it.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is sexually. I don't know, like, let's have some fun. Like, let's figure it out together.
Yeah.
Let's grow. But I just think that there's definitely, I'm just not into, like, I don't know, like, we don't know each other. Why do we gotta play shit out with other people? Like, let's have some fun, some other types of fun. But then again, I guess what I was trying to say before is too, people view me as this guy that wouldn't do that. Oh, the candidate wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I don't give off that personally, but they give off that thing as if just as I'm wearing a suit or a tie, I clean up or I give back. I don't have that.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. That capability.
Definitely that capability. Maybe not that capability so much as that desire.
Okay.
I would even say that desire fuels me sometimes.
Wow.
You know what I mean? In that dark place of where you were fucking the void away. I've lived there, unfortunately. I learned a lot about myself there. You know what I'm saying?
So you know, talking about that stuff, do you feel like, you know, maybe women that you have met at a protest or women that are in like the movement business and, you know, maybe the political side like you are, do you feel like, because since they have to be, you know, somewhat reserved in the public eye, you know what I'm saying?
Or they think they have to.
Like, you can't put everything out there. Do you feel like maybe in the bedroom side or on that other side of the fence, like they're a little bit more freaky?
Or is there a difference between political pussy and regular pussy?
There's a difference. There's a difference. And
Hey, when is the next protest?
I think there's a difference when you find somebody that you're in line with and you could vibe out and smoke a blunt with somebody before and after you fucked them and talk about the things that you care about. There's a difference when you're an elected official and I just blazed you. And like, you could write policy and we could talk about that afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
But what about the sex itself, like in the act?
Yeah. So or we could fucking talk about policy.
While you're in
Or
it?
safe sex or whatever. Or consent.
Wow.
Knowing somebody that can talk about consent and what that is and that type of stuff, yeah, that's fire to me. So yeah, it's a little bit different. But then again, when you find that diamond in the rough that is on point like that and that it isn't necessarily, you're popping. And you got your shit popping. You know what I'm trying to say? People got it. You guys are lit. You don't think people are paying attention to you guys? I don't know if you're in relationships or stuff like that, but like, no, you're not in relationships.
No, single.
But I'm sure that based off of the buzz and the things that you guys are doing, you guys could have some fun if you so chose.
For sure.
Yeah.
And to me, to a certain extent, whether it's A through Z celebrity or whatever, you're on some list of notoriety and influence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you also walk. I could be anywhere and they think I'm the owner or the boss. It's just who you are. You don't have to do anything.
That's a fact.
You could do your 9 to 5. You could be someone who says, I'm not going to work. Self-esteem is so important.
Your confidence.
Who you are.
Yeah. Who you are.
I didn't change because I got elected or did other things or whatever. But it amplified certain things.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And people do see you different. I could wear a suit. I could wear things like that to make me comfortable. At the end of the day, I could be tattered and scruffy and all these other things, and I'm still going to pull maybe not whatever I want to pull. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not going to be dirty and nasty and things like that. But then again, and this is going to sound strange, but some of my favorite people to watch are ugly people. And I mean physically ugly people. And is that crazy to say?
It's not crazy to say, but it just is curious. I'm curious.
Meaning, like, some people are not attractive. And they still find love. Some people are super attractive and ugly on the inside. You know what I'm trying to say? And so what I mean is, like, if they're not physically attractive to me, you watch them and you're like, okay, great. This person's finding love and they're happy. I'm physically attractive. I'm a good person, but I'm not, like, in a relationship.
Gotcha.
It gives me hope. is positive and it's a beautiful thing. You get what I'm trying to say? Who the fuck am I to say somebody's ugly? But what I'm trying to say is like, I think you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's hope. Yeah.
I get it.
And so, like, it's just like there's no label for that. That person is not necessarily a celebrity, has a dope podcast, an elected official, but they found somebody that makes them happy and makes them love. And they might be happier than that married couple with everything.
True.
That's beautiful, has beautiful kids, has a bunch of money, has all the things that they want, but they're cheating on each other. They've been miserable for the last 20 years. It's just very interesting to me. And so, I don't know, I kind of look for that. That awkward, that uncomfortable. I think imperfection is perfect. I think imperfection is beautiful. And in the movement, you get to find that, in my opinion. I think that finding someone that's like you, and again, I don't look for women in the movement. I really try to keep my blinders on. But I think people that are doing stuff, it's not just about protesting in 2020. And since Occupy Wall Street, I've been protesting and marching since 2011. You know what I mean? And so it's a movement for our liberation, you know? I don't know. I think you should be able to find somebody and be in love if you so choose, no matter how you find it. Sure. You know what I mean? And it's not an abuse of power. Teachers, students, inmates, CEOs, types of things. You know what I mean? Politician, secretary. Now, if I'm single or I'm not cheating and my secretary or somebody like that tries to do, like, I'm very cool with women that come on to me. And not in an exploitative way, because I will definitely not shoot my shot a lot of times just in case I don't want to have to deal with no fuck shit. It's not worth my career and the work that I'm doing. I'll go celebrate for a year and a half. Don't get it twisted. We're having a great conversation. I'm not going to do anything that's going to jeopardize the movement, my lineage, and the work that I'm trying to do.
100%. I agree with you.
Can't. Won't.
Couldn't agree more.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, all this other shit is dope, but nah. And so that takes time, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's interesting.
Ask him.
Okay. Would you duck off at a protest to go get some?
If she's throwing it.
Real quick.
No.
No?
That would literally contradict everything I just said.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? It's not worth it. Pussy's dope, but like, I think, what did Pops
We taking a water break.
Water break.
We did have water stop.
No, that's different too. That's a little bit different. I would immediately be like, no. And I wouldn't just do it with a strange person. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't think I would be that adamant against it if it was somebody that I was rocking with out there. And like, I mean, who doesn't want to fuck in a park or a bathroom? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get that. You know, I'm trying to stay. My thing is too, is trying to stay alert. So I would have to try to say no. But like, if it was somebody I was rocking with, I think a quickie and something like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I want to still say no. It's enticing as fuck though. You think I would?
I think
ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. I'm with you.
You might have more energy. You know what I'm saying? You just let a load off.
Okay. So
directly after, let a load off.
So why can't like politicians and, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, people, political figures and things like that, why can't they, you know, like talk about like their private life, like, or
even be single? Yeah, why does the president have to be married?
Bullshit. The guy I'm running against, they keep using that against me, saying like he's got 4 kids and he's married and I'm single.
I watch Scandal. They do shit like that.
I'm the real life Olivia Pope.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
it's
I love
crazy.
Olivia Pope.
I love Scandal. I recently rewatched it.
It's fire. Yeah. It's so fire. That's the work I do in my consulting work, and like it's just.
Who would Amir be?
What was
He would be
He's not Huck.
No, damn sure not.
He's the brother. He's the brother in the shit.
Oh yeah. I forget his name. Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison. Maybe that's a quick one, but I can see him being Harrison or a politician. Well,
I can see that.
I think that they actually share their personal life, but they're fake about it. I think that they're supposed to share your personal life. I choose not to because I have this old gangster mentality that you don't share your family you don't share your loved ones with people publicly.
Exactly. But I'm saying even so, like they're like, again, you have to be married. You gotta be. You can't talk about sex. You can't talk about things like that. But to me, I would feel like that would make me trust you more.
We'll see after this podcast gets dropped.
Yeah, I feel like he's a real person. You know what I'm saying? He's just like us. He's not acting like he don't do these things when he does. I know exactly who he is. I will feel like that. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what gets people fucked up in the game. And now you see Spitzer wearing a dress and getting plugged in the asshole. And maybe I should. Sorry. But you know what I'm trying to say? Like, but like.
Yeah, because I feel like if Barack Obama and Michelle, right? Come on, honey, the Mosster. He's like, yeah, I was just eating that pussy last night. I'd be like,
okay. Shit.
You know,
I like that.
Everybody was, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
Like,
he's human.
And why is that taboo? You know you're supposed to lick it before you stick it.
First of all, they got 2 kids.
You gotta eat.
You know something happened. You know,
they got 2 kids.
And if you're not, then you're probably either immature, young, or you don't want to, and that's fair. But Obama, if you was rolling up with the Choom gang, I'm sure you was doing what you do. And respect to you if you do.
And you talk about it with your friends.
And if you don't want, well, I take that back, actually. Well, not take that back. I'm not a kiss and tell type of dude.
No, not about who you fucking, but
different things. Yeah.
And that's really how this started. You know what I'm saying? We just want to make a platform where we have the same conversations that we have on our own time and just put it out there because other people might be going through it. Other people might be in that situation and might take it. And we talk about many different things. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's sex, families, friends, things that's going on in the culture. You know, it's just, it's our group chat.
Yeah. You can go to work. I like that.
It's our group chat.
Like
We're just talking.
Go to work. You can give back. You can make money. You can eat. You can do a bunch of different things and still have a sex drive. Have a healthy sex drive. You can still.
Sex is
you can
regular,
be consentful.
Natural. Yeah.
You could be protected. Like you can do all these things you should be doing, but since we don't talk about it, a lot of times you don't.
That's a fact. Everybody think it's it's like, oh God, this person has sex. Well, it's just like, listen, you want the president to have a family. How you think them kids came along? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, it's just, everybody want to be PC and this and that. This is a real fucking
Now, don't get me wrong. You shouldn't just be out there. Y'all, I just got my dick sucked. Vote for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you should do that. But
or trying to fuck everybody that you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
also, you shouldn't do that. But I think, why can't we ask certain questions? Like, you allowed us to ask all different types of questions. You know what I'm saying? I think that should be okay because some people wonder. Right. Fuck that. Listen, if Obama come out here, I'm asking.
And I think he'll
I don't give a
answer.
fuck.
Why not? He'll respect that. At the end of the day, it's like, what's up? Like, listen, Michelle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's Michelle. Yeah,
it's Michelle. Fire. I love Michelle Obama.
I don't know. They're the most beautiful couple to me. And it's just like, I grew up loving JFK and Jackie O. Mm-hmm. That was what I saw, right? I never really thought I'd see something like that. Mm-hmm. I am very critical of people, Obama, myself. Michelle is the motherfucking best.
Yeah, she should have ran. Broke my
heart.
Still,
I don't think she ever gonna, but
yeah, she should.
She's literally the best.
How you feel about our VP? It's Kamala Harris.
RVP? Who's RVP?
Kamala Harris.
What's RVP stand?
No,
our VP.
Yeah, I was saying our VP.
VR Troopers. Oh, sorry, 90s. I don't know. I would have voted for her for president. I voted for her for vice president. I'm not happy about voting for Biden or her. I know that how we got duped is
always choosing between the lesser of two evils.
We chose the two people that locked all of us up the most. And as much as I respect Kamala for the work that she's done, I also know that you can't be tied down to one thing that you've done. Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't like the fact that that's all they gave us as choices. Mm-hmm. It's very manipulated, and there's a reason for that, and it's dangerous. I'm willing to see what happens. Obviously we have to. I'm not excited about Kamala Harris, but I'm also not going to shit on her. You know what I'm trying to say? I never shit on her, and I supported her, and people saw me supporting her and probably were questioning certain things. But it's just like, I think she's much better than Biden. I think she'll be our next president. I don't think she'll fuck up big. I think it's telling that no matter all the stuff that happened, they still needed people that were pro-cop to get elected, pro-military to get elected, pro-camp. Like central, where they put the kids in camps to get elected, and that's sad to me. But I'm also not going to hold her. Michelle Alexander fucked up too. And she wrote a whole book called New Jim Crow, and people kind of, let that slide. So like maybe Kamala could do something. Obama didn't do everything he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? I don't know if you can in all those positions. And so I shouldn't be so grim. Shout out to Kamala for doing what she did and getting there. And I just hope she does right. I don't know what that looks like.
Makes sense.
You know, she looked good and shit. I wish she had a black husband. It's double standard. It would be nice if she had a black husband, but I'm not going to knock her for it. She went to HBCU. You know, I hear what people say about her, but then again, I could also say that I didn't listen to too many other candidates ever that spoke like her. So we'll see what happens. I'll fucking call the shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. I'll
also support her when she does the right thing.
2 swipes and a tap, ayy.
2 swipes in the tap, ayy.
2 swipes and a 2 swipes and a
2 swipes in the tap, ayy.
Nigga, that shit so fucking hard, nigga.
Story is fire.
Yeah.
And thank you, because that's fire as fuck. And sell that story.
Honey and Rich and
Sell that story.
Rich and Nasi are the godparents of the
Yo,
family,
sell that shit for real.
I think he's coming on tomorrow, isn't he?
He's gonna be
I think
here.
he's
He's coming
gonna be
back.
tomorrow.
Yeah, he's coming back on the show.
But listen, hey, we definitely appreciate you being a good sport. That was her fucking hilarious. Wait till she chops it up and edit it. It's gonna be fire.
I'm excited.
But all right, so now it's time for a boss moment. So do you have a boss moment that you would like? Anyone you want to nominate for a boss moment?
You know, one person?
Anybody. It can be as many people.
I want to shout out Amir and Ahmad for holding it down while I was working on getting signatures.
Gotcha.
I asked them to step up, and they did. For Melanin Unchained specifically.
For sure.
I want to shout y'all out.
Appreciate it.
This is fire. I'm a fan now. I sometimes it's hard to stop doing what you're doing. When I like something, I like it.
Of course.
And so I just want you guys to keep doing. This is professional. It looks good. It's super humble. The content's great. Yeah. And I haven't watched all of it. But the fact that you guys are structured and you guys could do things, it just makes me feel good. And so like, I hope you're getting the money that you deserve for this. And
appreciate it.
You're moving?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Where?
Sir. I'm moving to Florida. Okay.
For how long?
I'll be there for probably about 2 years, honestly. I'm finishing my bachelor's. I'm finishing my bachelor's down in Orlando.
Is this going to continue?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't fucking stop.
Yes, sir.
Don't fucking stop. Get a TV thing going if you can or whatever. If you guys ever have any ideas that you need help connecting the dots, please don't hesitate to reach out to me just because I think this is fire. The name is really good. It's cool. The presentation. You're black. You know, and so boss up, y'all bossing. And I mean, through the festival and anything else I could do, promotion and stuff like that is easy. Like connecting the dots, helping maybe get you in different areas. I'll fly down to Florida type shit. Were you going to be still around here? Or what are you going to be doing? You know what I mean? Like, whatever we got to do you guys could probably do some shit where you go on vacation and you're banging something like this out in a crib. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you need to do some other stuff, don't stop. Stay humble and loyal to each other. And if you need me to ever hold a camera or something, let me know.
Thank you. No, we definitely appreciate it. And I just want to give my boss moment nomination to you because I mean, like I said, we're very close in age. I'm only 30. I was born in 91. Yeah. So like to see somebody, and I'm not trying to say that there aren't other friends that I have and stuff like that are in the movement and stuff like you, but you're the only person that I've sit and had an intimate conversation about, whether it be the advancement of black people or you being in a political stage. So, and you serious about it. You really about your shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're not on no bullshit. You didn't come in here, you know what I'm saying, pants halfway down your ass. No, and I'm not saying that if people do that, that's fine. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that you just look serious. You looked the part. You know what I'm saying? And you was calm and you cool. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. The fitted, I think that's why he's savage. Every time I see a mirror with the fitted, I say it's trouble. A fitted mirror, I don't know. Fitted Ali is a different Ali. Listen, fitted Ali is a different Ali.
I might have to throw the fitted on with the suit this cycle.
Listen, dude,
I like it.
I'm with it.
I like that.
I'm with it.
Yeah, and I appreciate you for being open to the conversation because
this is fun.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little. That's why when I spoke to him, I said, "Listen, we're a little different. I hope you know." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm with it." And he came in and he was still with it, and he spoke. And you know what I'm saying? He was open.
This was like, and I know people like to hype shit. This is my favorite interview. I've been doing this for over 10 years. Okay. I've been involved with like service for over 16 years. I've been interviewed a lot. I've done a lot of different stuff. This is about, I never get a chance to share my stories.
Of course. That's
other
the purpose
weird
of it.
shit or other shit. And like, it's just like, this is fair and fun. And I get to be who I am with people I can hopefully grow to care about and I can fucking rock with. You show my guy love. Like, this is how it's supposed to be. But it was also on point. It could have been super not on point.
Of course.
And then we would have still had a good time.
Yeah.
Yo, this is exciting. And I've spent time learning more about myself over the past year.
Of course.
Pandemic helped with that. Going through a rough breakup helped with that. And like,
now we good.
I feel so much
I will
better.
say though,
Yes.
I don't like to say it's an interview. You are a co-host right now. You're a co-host.
You're a guest.
So yeah, that's what it is. You're a
don't know
co-host
about
on
you,
the show.
but if anybody-
You're added to the group chat. This is just our group chat conversation.
If anybody come to my house more than once, they not a guest no more. Fam.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
I
She
like
didn't come to
that.
your house though.
Well, this is my house right now. It's my shit.
This is your
I'm
house.
saying. But listen, again, so before we get out of here, where can the people find you at? You want to plug
Any
anything?
last words? Anything you guys
Yeah. Dear Summer Incorporated, Dear Summer Festival, 8/14/21.
I will be there.
Yes.
I'm definitely.
I'm gonna try to make it back.
If you
I'll be in
can, let
school,
us
but I'll
know
definitely
if
try
you
to make
can.
back.
If
Of
it
course.
works, we'll try to fly you up or whatever. Like we'll try to make it work. I hear that. I respect that. November 2nd is the election. Well, you guys won't see that then. You won't see this then. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'll be your next county executive for Orange County.
Yep.
Festival's gonna be a fucking blast.
I'll put this clip out though.
I bet.
I'll do the
Perfect.
clip much sooner. Yeah.
ATM for OC. ATM for OC. Follow that. Ali Tawfiq Muhammad. ALITAWFIQ MUHAMMAD. My number is 845-245-5741. If you need help, reach out. If you need something, reach out. I can connect the dots for you. Like I said, I'm the real life Olivia Pope. Everything else, I built a conglomerate to help folks. If you need help, you gotta build, you gotta talk.
Of course.
On the individual level is how we make a change. And so I've always wanted to meet people, and it's so daunting. But one by one by one.
Of course.
That's how you do it.
I'm with that, bro. Definitely appreciate it. I appreciate the conversation, but y'all already know him, bro. It's your boy Richie the Monster, aka Monster Big Boss, man. It's Honey and the Monster podcast.
And just because he tried to come at me with the AKAs, I gotta throw my whole shit.
Oh,
yes.
Now you
Dude.
ready?
Yes.
It's Nana Bands, Nana the Dawn, the Baby John, Juice Goddess, Lady Lotus, Narcotic Nana, the Row, Nana the Boss, Get Lost in My Sauce, the Godmother, Take Your Dad and Your Brother, Innocent, aka Ice, and all that, the Big Dripper, the Honey Bun, and this is Honey and the Monster podcast.
Honey and the Monster podcast, man. We appreciate all the support, all our followers, man. We love it. Everything in peace, bro.
Yo, my mom was
This
gonna
is-
love you.